We should be live.
Excellent. I'll just wait for... Oh, there she is. I'll just tweet this sucker out, and we'll be good to go. Come on to me. Come to me, Twitter.
So anyways, hey guys, how's it going?
Rusty fell. Good. I should have had a tweet ready already, but this shows my preparedness. Okay, we're streaming live right now. Come join. Linky. Tweety. Wonderful. Hello, Lewis. Hello, Short Son. Okay. So when we last left off, we were in the middle of combat to the death. Does everyone have their initiative open and ready to go?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I'll be there in a sec, but yes, I have it on me.
All right.
I don't.
Well, okay, yeah, Squee, but you're... Oh, yeah, sorry. Hey, everyone, Squee is here. He's gonna just... He's not in this fight right now, but he will be put into the story. Not put into the story, but we'll communicate with him once this fight is done. He's
I got
cool.
my pom-poms. I'm cheering everyone on.
Okay, first of all, that's a dustbuster. We already know you're cleaning your room.
Well,
secondly...
it's what I got, Inferno.
Yeah, sure. All right. Top of the order. Top of the order is Lee. Previously, you heard him. Sounds of struggle. He's off to the right, to the east of you, in the darkness of the dark pitch, broken, twisted forest that surrounds this craggy, corrupted land. And you see him. He's running towards you. Takes him a couple actions. And you see his hair is I guess you could say wild. His eyes are frantic. There's a few scrapes on his cheek, and looks like some damage to the kind of 1930s body armor that he was wearing. As he joins the fray to assist in fighting Verosamoth, but he spends his two actions, getting back into the fight with you guys. All right, Tom.
Okay. I would like to try and attack Verosamoth with my holy weapon.
Okie dokie.
It is a magic weapon. So my question is, if I do hit, it normally deals 1d4 times 10 plus 10. Would I have that and go 1d4 times 5 plus 5?
Yeah. It's either we could either have the roll or have the effect. I'm gonna say, if it's okay by you, roll it normal and we'll half the effect rather than just having the roll.
Sounds great. Then I will just try and make a normal roll. Just double check this. That is a 9.
Oh, okay, great. Oh, sorry. I thought you're talking about damage, but now this is just your roll to hit. Okay.
Yeah, this is just my roll to hit.
Now, does the magic weapon give you any bonuses to hit?
It's a +2.
So it's really only a +1 then, right?
Okay.
So that's really a 21.
Yes.
Okay, no big deal. But yeah, sorry, when I say have all magic effects, I mean even like to hit bonuses, range, like everything, right?
Yeah.
Because of the evil wards that were put in there. That's okay. We're getting back into it. This creature, Verosamoth, this creature that is Verosamoth, is going to try and parry with its claws. Failing. Go ahead and roll your full damage. Actually, now this is... Okay, I'm sorry, Burn, but this will take a little bit of math. So, it's a magic weapon and it's a holy weapon, right?
Yes.
What are the holy weapons effect? It gives you the plus 10, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I actually do want you to do is roll 1d4 times 5 plus 10.
Okay, no problem.
Make sense?
Yeah. 25.
Okay. All right. And this is just against its main body. So you strike it with your blade, causing a large gash from its left shoulder down across its chest to its rightmost stomach area, as it gives out as Verosamoth gives out a hiss as its remaining eye glowers at you. Its turn, and it, before your eyes, Tom, once again metamorphosizes into a small black flying beetle, hovering just a few feet away from you. It's extremely dark, but you do have your ultraviolet, your thermo vision on right now, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you see just this tiny, tiny warmth speck hovering in front of you. Lavin, you have night vision, correct?
Yep.
All right, and as just to recap, I know both Lavin and Patrick were being attacked by these twisted flying mutations, but both of them were conquered or killed before this round. So you're pretty much free. You have nothing stopping you right now, Lavin.
So the only target here is a small bug.
That you can see, yes.
Think I can hit a small bug at 120 feet?
I don't know. It's going to be a -8 to hit it.
All right. Looks good.
It does look good. The small bug does not want to get shot anymore. So the small bug is going to attempt to dodge. But I have to roll 1d20 and take away 2. So I don't know if this is going to succeed. No, it's not. Okay, so it used its action to try dodge. Go ahead and roll damage, Lavin.
Hey,
Ooh,
that's a lot of
27. That's excellent. Okay. Well, the bug is too small to see how much damage you've done to it, but you struck it right on. And you can see for a moment a brief flash of light as... Oh, wait, no. He fired a physical bullet. Okay, never mind.
It's a plain old gun. It's not a holy weapon. It's nothing fancy.
Yeah. Well, plain old gun is still plain old gun, as you hear like this meaty thud as the bullet strikes the small target. Patrick.
Patrick is going to use his gauntlet again. And he probably is going to have a hard time seeing this thing very far away, especially since he wasn't paying attention to it. So I guess he's probably just going to take the time to reload and press a button on his wrist to reactivate another shield charge.
Okay. So reload
in regular rounds.
All right. Okay.
By the way, I have been marking off those uses from the bracers.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you, Bird. At the top of Lee's turn, you guys can hear on more and more sounds of combat. It's getting a little bit more frantic, both to the north, east, and south of you. In fact, to the north of you, you start to hear the voices of August and Marlis and Bear give a few shouts to each other as well, which implies that they're actually getting closer to the center, rather their original perimeter position. Lee looks around in the dark, and you can hear him give off a... He recites a few words, and over top all of you, right above where the actual ritual ground itself is a large globe of daylight that for the next 120 feet, so pretty much this entire map, 120 feet out from the center, is basked in this soft white light. The light isn't so bright, Lavin, that immediately causes you to go blind with your night vision. It slowly begins to glow, so I can say just as a quick free action, you deactivate the night vision so you don't go, blind.
Yep.
Groovy?
Yep.
Okay. Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Your action.
I would like to switch my optics to normal optics as well.
Okay, yeah, you can see everything. You can see the black beetle hovering a few feet in front of you.
Can I strike at it?
Yes, you can. It's going to be harder. It's going to be a -8 to hit because it is a very small target.
All right, let's try it. It's going to be a straight roll.
Okay.
9.
All right, that's enough to try to hit its main body. However, it too is going to try and dodge your blow.
Mhm.
So, since it was a melee attack, this will be a little bit easier for it. No -10 penalty for a long-ranged attack. So it gets a 16. So you try to swipe at it, but it quickly dodges out of the way.
Cool. That's my turn.
All right, that's Tom's turn. The beetle does something a little bit strange. It flies over towards the corpse of the were-dragon, Marsh Mark. It's two halves, and it goes towards the top half, and you can see the dark blood running from it into the ground. And the beetle almost lands in the blood, and it's too far away to see exactly what it's doing there, but it is now landed just to the right of the corpse of Marsh Mark, and is sitting there, almost like it's. You don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell where it is exactly. Is if it's beside the body or on the body. It's somewhere around there. The beetle literally is the size of maybe the top of your thumb. This is not a large target.
Okay.
Lavin.
I suppose. Well, let me think for just 1 second here.
Sure. Just to kind of give you a frame of reference, you saw where the beetle landed, right? And you can take a shot, but for all intents and purposes, oddly enough, from your angle where it and the corpse is, it's kind of using Marsh Mark's corpse as cover. So you could try to roll a hit, but the chances of missing are even higher now.
Can I just ready a shot for when
Yeah, if it takes off, sure.
his corpse and turns into his
Definitely.
zombie, whatever's going to happen here.
Yeah, well, say you were going to ready your action in case it if it changes or you get a better shot, okay? So what we'll do is we're going to hold your action, but if it moves again to your turn and it still doesn't do anything, then you're just going to have to lose that action and move on to the next.
Okay.
Sound fair?
Yeah.
All right. So right now Lavin is just holding on, readying fire. Patrick.
Patrick is trying to survey the area. I guess Patrick would probably. Would it be fair to Would it be okay to have like a 3-word sentence and then hold my turn, or is that like a?
No. Assuming that what action are you holding? Are you holding?
I basically I was gonna ask, like, is it over? And then I he's basically just readying for anything to happen. That's why I was asking for a held turn.
Okay, I'll allow it. Yeah, I'll allow it for sure.
All right.
Okay, so I'll just ask, is it over? So everyone hears. Patrick asks if it's over. Tom, you're the closest one, both to seeing where the Beetle Moth went and its current position. Sorry, give me a moment. I gotta clear my throat. Go ahead.
No problem.
I can still hear you.
I would like to start moving up towards it to see what it's about. What's happening with it.
All right. Yep, that was your movement. Good job. On slightly closer inspection, do you know the gesture of flies when they groom themselves and their little insecty legs go over their like heads and bodies and stuff like that?
Yeah.
It looks like the beetle's doing that with the blood from Marsh Mark's corpse. It's coating itself in it.
Oh, good. That's not creepy at all.
Yeah. And it appears that this beetle form is continuing to do so, using into its next action. Lavin, last chance. I guess nothing really happened. Nothing really changed. So we'll just burn your action and move on to the next.
It sounds right. Yep.
Okay.
Nothing changed.
Not yet.
Jeez.
Also,
Well-
by the way, everyone heard Patrick ask, "Is it over?" Just a heads up. You can, if your action is moving or something like that, you can also talk during your turn and communicate with them.
I'm not answering because I don't know.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'm not saying you have to.
No, I know. I'm just saying I'm not because I don't know.
Okay.
How does speed work in this game? I have 15 speed. How far can I go?
You can, if you want to move and do an action, it would just be 15 feet. If you want to like hoof it
No,
and
I
run,
want
you can go
get as close as I possibly can.
as fast as you can. So you'll just go. You're gonna just run, right?
Just
Run
heading
into a
right-
sprint. So that's triple your speed. So that's
45.
65 right there, yeah. And next turn, if you want to go even faster, then you're getting momentum, and that would be 4 times your speed. But for right now, as you're getting up to run, it would be 3 times. Okay. Move closer towards it. Patrick, unfortunately, your companions did not give you an answer just yet, but you do see Lavin running towards the center, and Tom inspecting Marsh Mark's corpse, it looks like. Or at least getting closer to it. You're also closest, so you can definitely hear the sounds of Bear and Marlis and August getting a little bit closer. Not super close just yet. You can probably estimate they're probably approximately 250, 200 feet away from you.
Okay. My goodness, I think Patrick would. That would probably take too much time to do that. That is just a theory. So I think he was probably just going to head north to meet his friends to see if they need any help.
Okay. You gonna run there, go triple your speed, or are you gonna just cautiously move and go just your regular speed value?
He's
It is
probably
dark,
going to
right?
be.
You don't have any other light source, do you?
I have my own personal globe of daylight.
Okay. You haven't cast that yet, though, right?
No, I did. That was.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was
sorry.
from the ring, like.
Oh,
last
yeah.
session.
Okay, my apologies. Last week,
Yeah. So he can see a little bit around him, not very well. But there's the big one, of course, above. But Patrick is most likely. Yeah, no, his friends might be in trouble. He's going to most likely still cautiously because there's been a lot of stuff going down. He hasn't got a fine answer to everything.
Sure.
So he's probably going to still readied And definitely not just walking away casually. Kind of look around and move towards north. So I guess
All right.
that'd be more of a
What's your
walk.
speed value?
Speed 19.
19. Okay, so I'm going to move you right by the edge there. Okay. Lee Tom.
Okay, I would like to try and go towards the bee, or not the bee, but the beetle.
Uh-huh.
And that is about 15 feet. So
Okay.
I should be able to reach there. And
Well, there is a stone wall that's about 2.5 feet tall in your way. Do you want to try to vault over that?
yeah.
Okay, all right. Do you have any sort of athletic or acrobatic skill that can assist you in that?
I have sense of balance, climbing, backflip.
Do you have pommel horse?
I do not have pommel horse because I
Pommel
have
horse,
gymnastics.
okay.
Um,
Okay, well, so although your athletic skills aren't exactly, handy for that, they also aren't a detriment, and they'll give you a little bit of a bonus. This is what I'm going to say. Real simple. Roll a 1d20. If you get 60 or below, then you're able to vault over it easily, right? It's a 2.5 feet wall, no big deal. If you get 61 or higher, you're not able to vault over it, and you kind of just stay on that side of the wall until your next action. Sound fair?
okay. Sure. Roll a 1d20 though, or 1d100?
1d100. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's 60. Sorry, it might sound like I said 16, but 60.
91. I'm not able to make it.
Okay. You realize that if you make this jump with your current momentum and position and the stones and everything like that, you might trip and fall. So you just be a little bit more cautious and you hold off this action. Groovy?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now that was just your movement, though. Did you want to do anything from your current position? You're still a good, solid 10 feet away from the bathing beetle.
Well, right now I have... You know what? There is something I should do.
Okay, because like I said, technically you just did a movement, so you can do a movement and an action.
Yeah. I dropped my gun, though, so I only have my sword and the Witchfire, which I haven't activated Witchfire yet.
This might limit what your action is, yeah?
Yeah. I'd like to activate Witchfire by saying Blade...
Oh, okay, yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, you could do
flame.
that while you're walking, running, whatever. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, cool. Lavin. You're running. If you want to get really close to this thing, you can now move up to 4 times your speed because you've really brought up a sprint now.
There you go.
All right. You managed to get right to the corpse at the end of this action. You're just sprinting your way on over. Excellent. You're right there. All right, Patrick. Continue heading. Or change of plan. What's up?
They seem to be doing something.
Yeah, they sure do.
They're still not saying much.
Nope.
Throw a grenade. It'll be fine.
Um,
Lavin says throw a grenade. It'll be fine.
That's just the crazy talking.
Mhm.
I'm assuming your class is crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a crazy, 100%.
Okay. Well, I guess Patrick is just going to, notice those two gathering to a point,
Uh-huh.
but unsure why. They seem to have it under control without any communication. I guess I'm just going to keep going north.
Okay, right now it looks like you're going off the map. You are technically, but don't worry. Something will happen soon.
Okay.
Wahahaha. Okay. Tom.
I would like to try and get over the wall.
Well, my friend, you can either try to get over the wall again, and now, you could do an 80% skill check, or you could literally go through this crack in the wall you can fit, and you don't have to worry about that at all. You have enough.
I'll do that.
Okay, all right.
I would like to try and attack the bug.
Sure. It's still the same size, so it's still a -8 to hit.
Sure, I will do that. No! I
You
won't
miss,
do that.
unfortunately. You miss, and you hit the cooling corpse, the upper body of poor Marsh Mark. And
Okay.
finally, as you do so, even though you're a few feet away from it and there's a big crash, the beetle doesn't seem to react at all, and more of this black Icarus blood is poured over it. In fact, so much that you and Lavin are so close now. You can see this beetle is now almost completely shining with this ichor. It is coated from head to foot, and it seems that it's almost like absorbing the blood in some sort of way. Top of the order is Lee. Oh, wait, hold a sec. Let me describe what's going on with the rest of this grand melee. Although I'm not going to kind of put them in the combat, Patrick, you can see a figure breaking through the broken, twisted, blackened trees. And thanks to your shining globe of daylight, you can immediately identify it as August. August, whose glasses are fogged, he's clutching his laser rifle very closely to himself, and he says, "They're pushing forward. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them." As you hear a roar from Bear and a few other shots in the distance as well. Lavin and Tom, you can hear the sounds of combat both from the east and the south also getting closer, but not nearly as close as to what's coming in through the north. Lee turns his attention towards the north, and with another incantation, you see for a moment a bright ball of light shoot from his hand and almost into the broken wood itself. You see this horrible explosion, and then a fire begins to burn out. And you can hear a few roars of screams, inhuman screams, and now with a section of this northern blackened wood aflame, you can see silhouettes and lights and more of what's going on. Luckily, it appears that Lee has set 3 attackers on fire, and these are individuals who kind of resemble that rolling type of mutant. They're big amorphous blobs that twist and crackle, and you can see also in the light that they are not wearing any sort of rabbit masks. They have this putrid, sickening, boiled-filled face, tiny, deep-set eyes, and a jaw that's almost offset and completely askew. You can also see the towering figure of Bear in melee combat with another one about 120 feet away from you, and you can see Marlis shooting from the distance approximately 150 feet away from you. Not counting the rolling mutants on fire, it appears there are at least 10 other attackers that are coming through this broken wood that are just very barely, very tenuously being held off currently by August, Bear, and Marlis. Top of the order now it's Tom's turn.
All right. Let's just keep trying to attack this damn thing. So let's go!
Hey, that's the opposite of a critical fail. That's a critical hit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage.
15.
But that's double, so that's 30.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because you got that critical hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is interesting. Suddenly, before you, in front of both you and Lavin, Moth once again turns into its monstrous form. You notice a few things different about them. The first is that they also seem to be this form also seems to be completely flooded in blood and ichor. Second of all, it appears that a few of its wounds have been recuperated. The large slash that your blade made across its chest, Tom, is disappeared, and it looks like one of its eyes has regenerated. So now two of them are looking at you. However, it doesn't seem like its recuperation is done completely. You still see Lavin's bullet wound on its right arm, and most importantly, from its back, that it looks like Lavin gets a better picture of. There seems to be a new slash on it as well. Maybe by someone's critical hit. I don't know. Anyway, it spends its action transforming back into its demonic monstrous form. Lavin.
Well, damn. I was gonna try and like capture it in a bag or something, but now it's really big. It's not gonna work. So, kind of feel dumb for approaching this thing. So I guess I'm going to take a slash at an ankle and maybe try and cut its foot off.
Interesting. Okay, so that'll be a college shot, so you need to get 12 or higher. Ankle is going to be a little bit smaller target to hit. We'll say it's a -3.
Doh!
You rolled a 1. That's just a straight out miss. Swing and a miss. Patrick. A few things. Off kind of behind you to your right, you do see the demonic form of Moth emerge between Tom and Lavin. Both of them, and you see Lavin miss.
Fall on his face.
Fall on his face. You also see, if you're looking at helping out August, Marlis, and Bear, the closest rolling targets towards you are about 150 feet away from you to the north. And there's about 3 of them that are close.
Okay. Well, now knowing that the battle is not over in the middle, that's great to know, but also both of his friends are pretty close to touching him, so I can't really do much even with my gun.
Well, yeah, if you miss, there might be a chance you hit one of your friends.
It's a shotgun. They're probably going to get hit anyway.
Oh, shit. Yeah. If it's buckshot and that far out, goddamn, yeah. I hope you like...
Is it? Oh, no, these are slugs. Okay.
Oh, yeah, they're slugs. Okay, so now.
No, it's slugs. It'll be fine, dude.
It'll be, if I miss, it will just shoot my friend. It's fine.
Yeah, just don't be like me and Tom and roll a 1. That's all.
All right.
Be better than us. I believe in you.
Oh, there you go. You got the power of faith.
Okay. You got it. How much can I move?
You can move your movement if you want to fire as well with a name shot.
I'm not going to be
12 or something like that. You don't have the range?
Let's see. If I did to 12 towards him, I think I'm still I think I'm just out of range from him.
Really? Let's find out. I moved you up 12.
Oh no, my movement's 19.
Oh. Oh, then okay. Well, let's move you a little closer then. There we go.
Yeah, I might just be able to hit him. It's a range of 75.
Okay, so this is what I gotta do. All right, the bullets don't magically fall to the ground when it hits 75 feet and doesn't get 77 feet. Go ahead and fire. Just give yourself a penalty of -1, just to be fair for the distance. Sound good?
Right. Absolutely. Let's see.
Nope, at 75 feet, the bullets just don't work anymore.
All right.
They disappear.
This gun is Holy Enchanted with +2. Should I reduce that?
Holy Enchanted. So it's just a holy weapon. It's not just a magic weapon that happens to be holy.
It is magically
It's just a
enchanted
regular
with
shotgun, regular bullets.
Yeah.
The shotgun is holy.
Yes, the
Okay,
shotgun's holy.
then regular damage. Regular damage.
No, the to hit. Should I reduce that at all?
Nope.
Okay, cool. So 2, 3, 5. Oh boy! All right, let's do this. Hey, I didn't shoot my friends.
No, you didn't. And there you're coming in from behind, shooting a ranged weapon. This thing is not going to dodge. It doesn't really have the sense to right now. Roll damage. Okay. A slug hits just in between the shoulder blades, and you hear this horrible roar. Pretty much everything that Moth healed is now gone. Okie dokie. Lee, seeing that final shot and trusting in your abilities, decides to try to help stopgap the creatures coming in from the north. So he moves up a little bit as well. I'm going to use his last 2 actions. Another crack of lightning, electricity, shoots down, shoots through the lit northern twisted forest, and strikes another one of these horribly rolling mutants right in between the... Well, hold up a second, Lee. I should actually probably have you hit, right? Rather than just saying you hit. What? What do you mean unrecognized command? I said toll. Toll 1d20. Okay, now he hits. He hits it. All right. Okay. All right. That's Lee. Tom.
All right, I would like to try and attack again.
Okay. Roll 2 hit. Oh, just regular attack on his main body?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any penalties or anything?
Nope.
Okay. 24.
It will try and parry. Ooh,
Nice.
And it does.
That is my turn.
Okay.
Is it okay I didn't put a -2 penalty on my damage since I don't think my bullets can be scared into less damage?
Are
Are you
Because,
talking about horror factor?
you talking about your horror factor?
Yeah, I got like a -2 to a whole bunch of stuff, and I think that also included damage.
No, that was to all D20 rolls, so you should be okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. It'd be weird to have a penalty to damage if maybe you're doing a physical melee attack, I guess.
Yeah, that's
You're
what I was
reflected by
thinking.
an inaccuracy in the gun, right? Like if you're scared, and you shoot
you're right.
instead
That
of
is
heart.
true.
It's not to screw you over, Patrick, but
No, I think I rolled accuracy though for this. That's the to hit, I think.
Yeah, strike.
yeah.
Typically, when it says -2, I think it's probably -2 to strike, parry, dodge. That's typically how it goes. We'll
Okay,
just
right.
keep it with that. So you'll be good. Anyways, it's Moth's turn. Okay, wait. Let me just get in character. I'm an evil bastard. I'm wounded. I don't like puppies. Okay. It is going to make, I guess you could say almost like, I don't want to say a trip-a-tup. It shoves Lavin out of the way, is what it does. So what I'm going to do, Lavin, is I'm going to roll a 1d20, and I'm going to, pretty much this thing is going to take like its right arm and like powerfully like try to bat you and push you completely out of the way away from it, okay?
Okay.
So first I need to roll to hit, obviously, right? So I get a 26. So now you can try to dodge that, or maybe you want to do a simultaneous attack or something like that. The only thing you can't really do... Well, no, I guess you could parry.
I would choose to do a simultaneous attack.
Okay, now that is interesting. All right, so if you're going to do a simultaneous attack, go ahead and say what attack you want to do and roll for it.
I would like to use my refined sense of poetic justice, or maybe not so refined, and stab him in the back of the head with the weird-ass dagger I found from the necromancer.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Now, it won't be the back of the head, because since it's kind of turned towards you now, trying to bat you up, but it'll be like the side of the head. Will that work?
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, so do you have a weapon proficiency for, like, knife?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. So the only thing, trying to hit the head, it's a called shot. You're going to try to hit the head, and let me just quickly confirm what a headshot penalty is.
I think that's a 6.
I think it's a 6 as well. I want to just quickly confirm that. Rivs, custom combat guide. Yep, head is -6. But you can add any bonuses you have to hit, obviously.
Well, I think at the end of the day, it boils down to that. No!
You,
suck.
Okay, so yeah, you miss it as it tries to hit you, and now it hits you as well, all right? First things first, the hit does do 7 points of SDC damage to you or your armor. You're wearing armor, right?
I am wearing armor with the 19 AR because I'm.
Oh, so it's to you.
What? 19 AR? Oh,
yeah,
it's because
I rolled a 26. But me get 26, yeah.
Right. Okay, so 7.
And then what I need you to do is a balance check. Do you have sense of balance at all?
The only thing I have that would be even closer to that is athletics.
Okay. So
and a really high PP.
Okay, physical prowess is good. This thing is also incredibly strong. So it's going to try to knock you onto your back. What I'd like you to do is roll a 1d100. Oh, what's your physical prowess score?
19.
Okay. So its strength compared to your physical prowess is a difference of 6. So, okay, let's make it easy then. I'm going to roll a 1d20 and add 6. You just roll a 1d20. Whoever wins, if I win, you get knocked down. If you win, you stay on your feet. Sound fair?
I'll try and roll higher than
roll a 20. Nope.
No. So you fly backwards a few feet as you're knocked down, and you are now prone, my friend.
Okay.
That's for awesome, Moth. Lavin! You can do an action while you're on the ground. You can get up and say something. What kind of action do you want to take?
You can get up and say something? Damn you. But I'm assuming I can't like get up and then melee it. I'm probably too far away and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, you're too far away.
I'm gonna throw the Necro's dagger at it.
Okay. Just at its main body?
Yeah, I think so. No more -6.
Okay, that's good. Now, all right. So go ahead and roll to hit. Now, throwing a dagger is a little bit different than striking in melee with the dagger. I think the WP knife skill gives you a couple bonuses to throw when you reach a few levels. Do you have that written down?
Funny thing about that is that it gives +2 to strike.
Yeah.
But it also says +2 to strike on throw. Is that cumulative or is it just either?
That's just a +2 to strike on a throw.
Okay.
The base +2 to strike is melee. So you just roll 1d20 and +2.
Well, no, +5.
Oh, okay. You hit it, Lavin. Roll 1d4 times 10 for damage.
I made it worse, didn't I?
No. The blade goes shooting through the air and hits it right in its stomach. And it sinks in and it cuts through it like nobody's business. It seems to do more damage than your bullets almost, or at least has less resistance than your bullets. As it looks down in shock, surprised at the weapon you used against it. And the blade is still in its stomach. Patrick.
Well, I have one bullet left, and he will take an adequate amount of movement forward to then fire at it again as he marches towards him. Red glow around him. Oh, he gets a +1. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Think you're beyond 50 feet, aren't you?
Yeah, probably.
You're 61. You're 61, so unfortunately the bullet goes whizzing above Verosimoth's head. As Tom can hear a sound almost like a bug going by his ear. Tom!
All right. Now, here's what I would like to do. I will give up my parry for the rest of the round. Okay. And I would like to attack Verosimoth twice.
Okie dokie.
So, first attack is with my Holy Blade. 13.
Okay, the main die. All right, second attack?
Second attack is with Witchfire, which is a magic weapon. Doesn't give any bonuses to hit or anything, but the damage is going to be halved.
All right, now Verosimoth does not have paired weapons, so it can only parry one of those things. Mm-hmm. It has felt you hit it with your holy weapon, so it's going to try to parry that, which means Witchfire is good to go.
Okay.
Won't be resisted. So they do parry your holy weapon, so it's just Witchfire that gets through.
Okay. I need to know...
It's not a witch.
It's not a witch, a witchling, or a vampire?
No.
Okay, then I will just...
It definitely is not one of those.
We'll just have the results.
Uh-huh.
So that'll be 14.
Okay. Excellent. Boy. All right. After a few stumbles backwards after that blow, much of the ichering blood that has covered Verosimoth now seems to have belonged to Verosimoth, as the creature is clearly weakened as well. One more time, it metamorphosizes into a small beetle form, and the black dagger, the black necromancer's dagger, clambers down to the ground. Lavin.
I'm going to get up and go pick up the dagger.
Okay. That'll be your action.
So I'm assuming I'd be like over here, kind of.
Yep. That's a good approximation. That's good. Tom.
Okay, I would like to try and again make 2 attacks at the small beetle now.
Okay. So -8.
Yeah. It'll just be normal d20s. So the first attack is a 16. Second attack is a 1.
Okay, so it's going to try and dodge.
It's a lot of ones going on tonight.
Yeah.
Pays off, roll 20. Good job. All right, no, it's going to try and dodge the one attack that might hit it.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic.
Succeeding.
That is my turn.
Well, you have to use an attack to do that, so maybe that's okay. You got 2 to its 2 now. Lavin, you're standing nearby. Beetle is... hold on a second. That was Tom's turn, right?
Yeah. Yep. Then it's Verosimoth.
I just went. I went and picked up the knife.
I know. I know. It's Verosimoth's turn. Verosimoth is GTFOing now. You see the... Wait. Tiny Verosimoth. There you go. Teeny one. Okay, wait. I gotta check its speed value now in Beetle form. It's not good. 40. It's going this way. Starts buzzing 80 feet away from you. Luckily, however, you still can see the silhouette of this tiny black beetle thanks to the fire that's raging in the background. Its silhouette's against it, so it hasn't disappeared out of sight yet. Lavin.
All right. I'm gonna do some Quigley down under shit here.
Ooh.
Yeah, you like that
Wait,
reference?
was it Quigley a dog?
No, man, it's like Magnum PI in Australia.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of something else. You mean
Yes, you
Quincy?
were. No, it was Quigley.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's a pretty minor show. I'm not surprised nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about.
No, I know what
Somebody
it is. It sounds so familiar. My dad has it.
Yeah, he was like hired to like shoot the natives or something, and he was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
Okay. This break has been brought to you by Quigley, who shoots the natives. All right, continuing on.
He didn't. He was
Oh,
like, he was like, "This job sucks," and then he like killed the like pompous rich white guy or something.
Oh, if this is in the '80s, there's always a pompous rich white guy. All right.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you do? Other than talking about
right.
Quigley.
You don't know what that means. Quigley Down Under had a really fancy gun. He could shoot really far away. So, I'm shooting him with my really fancy gun. It's a sniper shot. I'm just hitting him with my gun.
All right.
It's very confusing, I know.
You know what? This thing is gonna... Wait a second. It's flying away. And wait, let me check its abilities. No, it doesn't have a 360-degree awareness. Which means it can't dodge. Which means even with the -8, that is still a 21, which is a very good hit. So, roll damage, dude. This might be the end.
Watch me roll like 5 ones. Oh, that's pretty average.
Yeah, and that will do it. So, as Lavin tunes into the pre-riff show Quigley, you level your weapon, you fire off another bullet, and you hear another sudden crack. Suddenly, in front of Patrick and Tom and Lavin, the beetle, for a moment, flashes back into its original state. The 3-eyed, 7-foot, scaled demonic entity. Patrick, from your angle, you can see a look of surprise and shock and disbelief on its face, as you can see a massive hole in its back. Finally, after taking a couple stumbling steps forwards, it hits the ground, and in a grotesque display, its body begins to melt and sink into the earth. And as it does so, it gives this horrible hissing noise. Imagine the sound of a teapot bubbling over top, a kettle, bubbling water, and that whistle that comes out. But imagine that whistle is 3 tones lower, but it's just as piercing and sickening. You can feel it in your chest, Lavin, and Tom, you can feel it as well. It's almost like a sudden weight. And within that cry, within that moment, the sounds, the clattering of battle around you, from the east with Alicia and Blank, from the south with Jalea, Yasmin, Ezex, and Basilisk, and from the north, you can see the remaining blobular mutants stand still for a moment, and they cover their ears. In fact, Patrick, you're a little bit close enough to them. You're only 100 feet, maybe even less now. You can actually hear almost a sobbing noise coming from them, as with their hands still to their ears, they run away from the sound of the noise, and they run away from the circle, almost like frightened, scared, confused children. you see and hear a few more final shots, first by Bear and Marlis, then by Alicia and Blink, and by your companions to the south. As that whistle continues for a solid 5 minutes. Is there anything you want to do? It is clear that the current threats towards you are dispersing, but and I am going to have the rest of your companions meet with you towards the center in these next few minutes. But is there anything your characters would do during this?
I think Lavin would do his best to make it stop. I mean, like, you said the corpse melted into the ground?
Yeah, the source is coming from the corpse of Moth, who it appears to be bubbling, melting, dissolving into the ground itself. And it is that act of dissolving you're assuming is being the source of this horrible noise.
Like, go up there and throw dirt on it or something.
You throw some. Well, first and foremost, as you move up towards the corpse of Moth, you can see quite closely that it's almost like cheese or plastic over top a stove, how it bubbles towards you. So as you throw dirt upon it, it really just makes its bubbling flesh, its melting bones and muscle just a little dirty. It doesn't stop the noise.
That's all I got, guys. Throw dirt on it. That was my solution.
Your companions... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Patrick.
No, that was Tom.
Sorry.
I would like to dispel armor within my swords, put them away, and go and grab my gun.
Okay. All right. Patrick, anything you want to do in the next couple minutes?
At the moment, he's just observing and reloading his shotgun.
Okay, all right. After a few minutes, your companion...
Of course, he's also covering his ears as much as he can during this.
Okay. Over the next few minutes, your companions join with you towards the center. No one looks seriously injured, although Basilisk looks a little scuffed up, as does Alicia, but both of them kind of shrug it off. It's just a few cuts on their arms and their cheeks and their stomachs or so. Nothing that critically wounds them. As you try to talk over this horrible, piercing, low whistle, once again, you begin to feel a shift underneath the earth. Almost as if the crust, the broken, twisted crust of the cracked ground is just the skin or the blanket of something much larger moving underneath. Your companions look uneasy with each other as Lee confesses, I got no way to stop anything else from happening. I say we get the hell out of here. If they're all dead, they're all dead. Right? We did what we came to do.
Well, yes and no.
What do you mean?
Patrick will say, I'm not going to play yelling.
No.
Because...
We'll just pretend you're yelling. Yeah,
yes,
it's all good.
he's yelling over the whistling. Get as many dead corpses off this land as he what is he gonna do with this
Marsh Mark?
bubbling mass?
Oh, the bubbling mass, yeah. Okay, quick question. Tom, Lavin, do any of you grab corpses or parts of corpses?
Yeah, I think
on
I'll
the
start
ground,
doing that.
there's two halves of poor Marsh Mark. I don't know why I'm saying poor Marsh Mark. You guys didn't know him. Marsh Mark. You have two of the flying mutant corpses. Actually, you have 3 of the flying mutant corpses.
Okay.
I do what the smart man advises.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and the remaining NPCs will also assist in lugging off the movable corpses. The only question, of course, is the bubbling, dissolving Verosamoth.
If
I'm gonna
Tom's
continue
doing
on
anything,
too.
My goodness. All right. Patrick is going to load in. Yeah. Well, that's about as much as he can do. Without. I guess the only thing he can do is either A, fly a piece of the earth away, or B, try to shoot out with a holy weapon with fire. And I think that's a bit barbaric, so I guess he's going to try the flying thing first.
That sounds more like a Lavin solution. Shoot it some more.
It's a holy weapon with fire. It could cauterize whatever the flip is going on to being solid and not going down anywhere. And holy might help in some facet.
Okay. How are you going to try to cut the earth?
So yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, all right.
Is it okay if I give you a couple moments to think about what you want to do and bring Squee kind of into the conversation, so to speak?
Sure.
Okay. Squee, you there?
As Al kills the last Canadian goose, he looks up.
Oh,
ready
that's
for
our
more.
Squee. It wouldn't be Squee if he didn't make some weird ass joke. I love you, Squee. I love you. The last Canadian goose.
Geese?
What
Like,
did geeses do to you?
seriously.
I know
They're
kind of
Canadian
assholes.
geeses. They're assholes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry, we can't control our geese. They're only here half the year.
I feel like they steal all your manners. I mean, or no, or you stole all your manners from them. I don't know which is
okay,
worse.
Squee. Let's just So
quit while you're
during
ahead,
this-
dude. Or leave
During
us
this,
behind.
during this, as some of your companions assist in moving with the bodies out of the ring, the circle, far away from this ritual site, Jalea will move over towards Blank and request that she tries to get radio communication with Al. It takes a few minutes, but sure enough, Blink gets radio communication to Al and passes it over to Jalea, in which Jalea says, Jordan, are you all right?
I'm okay. Our friend here isn't doing that hot. Actually, I was going to ask Inferno, is he way beyond me, or can I try and roll a medical check to see if maybe there's something I know that I can do?
He's dead, Jim.
Oh, God. So the Onyx guy is gone.
Oh, the Onyx guy? No. I thought you meant Albert's suite for some reason.
Oh, no, I'm not. No, I
Yeah,
killed him. Why would I?
Well, usually that's what Al does, is try and heal the bad guys, right?
You know?
Squee shows up and it's just abuse. You still there, Squee? You didn't quit in
Yes, I
anger?
am. No,
Okay, good.
I didn't quit at all.
Actually, let me set up the scene for you, actually, because I just vaguely spoke of it. All right. Actually, let me kind of give you more of a picturesque detail of what happened, if that helps. Squee?
Yeah, that helps.
All right. Okay. I'm just paranoid of being disconnected here. So the plan was simple. After doing some intel, Albert Sweet typically visits the Grand Quarry Mining Group every other night to speak with the foreman. He has a simple escorted vehicle that takes him to his manor, and it was determined that as Sweet was leaving the quarry office and moving towards his vehicle would be a perfect time in which to strike. Your obsidian friend, Farius, was put into kind of a position, a concealed position by the parking lot, in which you and Mila kind of spread out as well in case anything went wrong. Ferris tried to do what appeared, he kind of placed his hands together, and a dark beam of, I guess you could say, anti-light, a beam of darkness was shot towards Sweet. However, either Sweet detected this from happening or he had some sort of ward on him at all times. The beam itself deflected into a kind of an imaginary field similar to the protective field that you yourself cast out. Sweet then counterattacked with what appears to be a bolt of twisted lightning from his hand, in which it struck Ferris right in the torso and knocked him back. At this point, Albert Sweet gave chase, in which Ellie outran him, pinned him down, and you quickly caught up. Twisting in her grasp, Sweet was going to cast some other spell that had kind of similar phonetic tones to the lightning attack, and obviously concerned for the well-being of yourself and your friends, decided to end Sweet with a quick holy blade to the heart. Going back to the injured Ferris, you can see Dex Delaney next to him, and the obsidian man, decked out in somewhat concealing period clothing, has a large chunk of its rock-like form completely gone out of its torso. It's not very mobile, and what's a little bit more distressing is that this thing never has and has yet to actually communicate in a verbal tone. So, Al, you're overtop this creature, but unfortunately, this alien's physiology appears to be complete and utter stone or stone-like qualities. All of your medical knowledge is based on traditional biological life forms. Unfortunately, you would have no idea how to heal this thing.
Got it. All right. Al would probably just fall back to, I mean, what he can even think of, like cover the wound just in case, I don't know, maybe the inner rock is more sensitive to infection. Like, I get it, but Al would just be like, all right, let's cover the wound. Let's try and make him comfortable and get out of here. Yeah. Anyway, so
anyway, Julia's on the radio with you.
Al would say, I'm fine. Our friend, not so much, but how is everything okay over there? Has the attack started yet?
She says, it's just finished. I think we killed the important people, the leaders. The rest of those horrible twisted things have run away. We're just trying to deal with this really strange magic ground here. And there's a horrible noise, and sure enough, in the background, you can hear this horrible, like, whistling noise in the background, and we're just kind of determining what to do. I wanted to make sure you were okay, since the last communication was, pretty quick.
It was hairy for a second, but is everyone there okay? Are you okay?
Yep. I'm fine. We had to ambush a few of them, but no one's hurt, no one's... Well, she pauses for a moment. Oh, that's not true. One of those strange friends of Tyrath, he didn't make it. He died.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's pretty grisly, but I don't know exactly what happened, but he didn't make it.
Well, we're on our way. If you guys move, call us. Tell me. Let me know.
Okay, and then Julia will kind of give you rough coordinates to where they are, so getting there won't be too difficult. However, it's still going to be, I'm going to have to kind of move back and forth between your scene and their scene. Okay.
Sure. Can Al attempt to call tattooed lady? I forgot her name.
Sienna?
Sienna, yes, please.
On the radio?
Mhm.
Yeah, you can attempt to.
All right. He never mind the yelling in the background.
Uh-huh.
he would attempt to contact her and see if he can get her on the radio.
You try to hail her a few times, but you do not get a response.
Well, that's great. All right, so Al and Ellie are going to do their best to get the Obsidian Man into a vehicle with Dex and start heading towards those coordinates.
Yeah, the three of you are able to do so, no problem. The Obsidian Man moves slowly, but does kind of move on his legs on his own, and that's it. I'll move to you there, Patrick, and the rest of the party here in the main ritual ground. What do you guys want to do?
Okay. Patrick is just going to do what he can with this thing that is melting and trying to prevent it from spreading.
Well, I want to make it very clear that doesn't look like it's like spreading outward anywhere. It's kind of just melting into the ground.
Oh, just going straight down?
Yep.
Oh.
Like into the horrible cracks of the earth and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that was the thing that I was... So is it like kind of like acidy and kind of like burrowing a hole, or is it like...
No. Remember, because I described the earth, especially around this ritual ground, filled with cracks that seem to like unearthly glow like an ember red.
Yes.
It's dissolving into those cracks.
Okay. I would want to try to prevent that. So is there a lot of tiny ones, or is there like distinct like a handful of them that it's going down into?
Actually, hold up a second. I'll see if I can't find an image to help you out. Okay?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna find an image to help you out.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I will be a BRB momentarily.
Oh, this is perfect.
Okay.
This is perfect. This is exactly what I was thinking of. Okay. View image, copy image. Wait, where can I give this link to you? Discord. All right.
Yep.
Looks like that.
Oh, that's a lot more than I thought it was.
Yeah, sorry. Cracks is a pretty, generic phrase.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm gonna give you just a heads up.
Yeah.
2 things. You're under the impression that in order to awaken the torpid anathema, a ritual has to be taken place, right?
Yes.
Secondly, before he was torn in half, Marsh Mark had quite a bit of confidence that he was able to stunt the ritual in this ritual ground, although not completely prevent it, would severely hinder it.
Mm-hmm.
So, heads up.
Well, similar to the fly case, Patrick's not going to have much to figure this one out, because it is just liquid falling into cracks, and he got the one thing that he knows how to stop it is making it hard, and he can't do that because he don't have anything that will do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that that would be that.
Okay.
And I think he's just gonna dust off his hands and leave.
Okay. All right. Well, okay, so that's the other question. Lee suggests now that everyone leaves. Are you guys of that thought as well?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then you are able to leave this twisted, rotted, unearthly ritual ground and head back towards your vehicles. I'm assuming you would get back in radio contact with Al and Dex and Apharius and Ellie and let them know that you're headed back. Do you guys want to rendezvous at a certain point?
That might be a good idea. Why don't we rendezvous at a
You want to go back to the Rhapsody?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
That would be a good idea.
All right.
Just a quick personal question.
Yeah.
Did Lavin pick up the dagger? Or is that still just kind of there?
Lavin, I'll give you the option.
He went AFK a little while back.
What?
Oh.
Mm.
Well, then we're going to have to wait. Won't wait. Well, I'll just have to sit and wait.
I don't think so. I mean, you can ask him anytime if he picked up the dagger or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we can continue on.
I think.
Okay, yeah,
Unless...
I'll give him the option.
Oh, wait, I think he's back.
Yeah, sorry, I needed some coffee or it was going to be all over for me.
Okay.
Fair enough. It's all over. All right. Lavin, it looks like the rest of the party wants to just leave now. Are you cool with that?
So, the earth is trembling and probably this torpid anathema thing is going to, like, arise and we're just going to bail? That's the plan?
See, that was my concern as well, but, like, seriously, I don't think we have any way to stop liquid from pouring. We have no way to, like, harden it or anything like that.
And those character classes who know what ritual magic is ritual magic does involve an actual ritual. It does involve setting certain objects in place, chanting over a long period of time, siphoning energy from living creatures, etc., 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 right? Now, that is not to say your intuition that these corpses are triggering something awful, right? Wait, I almost did my famous thing again, being like, I want to make it clear. You do not know or do know what's going on. No, I'll let you lead to your own conclusions. I'm going to just shut the fuck up right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's conclusive that the corpses are causing this. But, see, I'm thinking it's more like a triggers on death kind of thing, you know? Like a dead man switch.
It could be,
Regardless of whether
but
the corpses are seeping into the ground or not.
We also spent a lot of time and effort trying to turn off the rituals and prevent the rituals
we
from
had a
happening.
few things put into place to slow or impede the process. So
yeah, I remember that.
Cool.
Yeah. So we just have a few dead bodies, no spells being casted, as well as one thing that we really don't even have the tools to stop. Because, I mean, do you have like a...
There you go.
Nitrogen? Like liquid nit... Do you got Insta-freeze or like a...
Do you got kitty litter?
You got like a thing
absorbent.
to like...
I don't imagine that
this shit is like liquid plastic or like melted cheese. You could scoop some of it up if you really want.
Oh.
We just need a few dogs to lick all that shit up. Oh shit, I don't know anything about magic. What the hell do I know? If we're going, we're going. It just, I'm just expecting like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man to rise up out of the ground here and start tromping through Velvet City. That's all.
Yeah, and Lavin will say he's too terrified beyond rational thought.
Alright. You know what? I'll try one last thing. Inferno,
Yeah.
Any rocks around this particular point? Is it a lot of them seem crumbly and whatnot?
Oh yeah.
Are any of
They're all
them
crumbly.
spaded in any particular way?
I'm going to say yes.
I would like to cast Fly on the biggest spaded one and just kind of...
biggest spaded one is about 2 feet long by 1 foot wide.
Yes. And going to start basically like driving it into the ground around where it's trying to seep in, but angled inward, so it's kind of like building a bowl or like an upside down dome underneath the liquid.
Well, a funny thing happens when you start that, when you guide the flying rock to try to pierce the earth. It attempts to do so at a few attempts, and the earth, even though cracked as it is, I guess it appears to be much stronger or tougher than initially. Eventually, however, you persist, and as the first few times the spade itself manages to get in between a couple of the cracks or tries to shift some of the earth, as soon as you do that, you feel a much larger bump underneath all of you and a shiver through the ground up your legs. Yasmin looks towards Patrick with big wide eyes and she says, I don't think you should do that.
Yeah, I think you're right. We should go.
Yeah.
I'm down with the
Can
going.
we go? Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
The sound of defeat.
I guess we can always do something else, but you know what? Let's not.
Okay. Time for experimentation is over. Time for GTFO is now.
Time to get bigger guns.
Oh yeah, did you pick
And
up the
bombs.
sacrificial dagger, Lavin?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
I did it that very next turn. When he turned
Yeah.
into a beetle, I picked it up.
He did.
Then get 40-10. Are you kidding me? Or 1d4 times 10. Whatever.
Yeah. Did a lot.
Of course I picked it up.
Okay, so you guys agreed to rendezvous at the Rhapsody, is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just narratively go ahead a little bit if that's okay with you guys.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as the main bulk of the group gets back into their vehicles and quietly rides back into Velda's city. Hold up a second. Let's get you away from this whiteboard. Back into the comforting, bright, busy nightlife of Velda's city itself. I will remind you that you did agree to close down the Rhapsody, so you don't have to worry about entertaining anyone or any unwanted guests.
Yeah.
Al, would it be fair that since your group would definitely reach the Rhapsody first before the main group, that you would just set Farius up into a bed so he can lie down and be comfortable and wait for the rest of your friends?
Yes.
Okay. And as you and Ellie and Dex and Ferris enter the Rhapsody itself, the person who would open the door for you, let you in or unlock it for you, would of course be Frank Patterson. As you get into the building and up to the floors, and soon after you get Ferris as comfortable as he possibly can, you would find Sienna, the tattooed woman, sitting in your kitchen, a large knife in her hand, carving up chunks of apple and eating them carefully. As you would enter, she would say, "Everything go fine on your end?"
Not really. No.
Mm.
We took down Sweet, but your
good.
friend there was badly injured.
She says, "Oh, he's not my friend."
Right. He was injured in the attack.
Oh.
And I have no idea how to treat him.
She says, that's too bad. She pops apple in her mouth. Have you... We'll just have to wait for the rest of the group to join with us to see if they were successful in their little escapade, right?
They said they were. I talked to my sister briefly. They said that they managed to defeat them.
Wait, you didn't maintain radio silence? She asked, putting an apple in her mouth.
Well, it wasn't really my choice. She contacted me.
Oh, okay. Amateur, I understand.
Yes, she hasn't quite been trained the way obviously you have. Point is, they defeated them. There were some complications. I'm waiting to hear what the outcome of that was.
Okay, she says. And sure enough, about 15, 20 minutes later, the rest of the group arrives at the Rhapsody. After a few reunions to make sure everyone's A-okay, you're all back underneath one roof. Once again, Basilisk and Alicia look a little beat up, but if Al wants to kind of stitch them up a little bit, you're free to do so. You can just make a general medical treatment check.
You betcha.
Yep.
All right. So it's nothing serious. I can just do a paramedic check.
Yeah, like you got some cuts, like some knife cuts and bruises and stuff like that, but it doesn't look like there's interior bleeding or broken bones or concussions. It's just tissue damage.
I succeeded by 62.
Okay. You have to stitch Alicia's arm a little bit, or her upper arm, and you try to get Basilisk away from the bar long enough to stitch up a wound along his back. He lies down on top of the bar top, allowing you to do so as he drinks directly from a glass bottle, claiming that it is nature's best anesthetic. From time to time, Ezex joins with him, saying that he might not need anesthetic, but he likes the taste of that anesthetic.
At some point when he's stitching up Alicia, he would comment, if I keep having to do this, I might start giving you frequent... Wait, he doesn't know what frequent flyer miles are?
Nope.
He's saying I might start having to give you a discount.
She says, what do you mean discount? You always do this for free.
Yeah, okay. I'm also going to have to teach you a sense of humor, it seems.
She says, I got a good sense of humor. You just got to start telling better jokes.
The stitch, slips. Accidentally. Not enough to actually do any damage, but enough to make it be like...
She frowns a little bit. She's like, "Now I'm definitely not going to fuck you."
His charge is to laugh at his jokes.
Can Lavin say that as he passes on by?
If I'm there, I sure would.
And then Alicia will look to Lavin. She says, "That's too high of a price to pay."
Yep.
And then she actually laughs.
Al would probably join in.
Okay, there we go. Happy times. Tom.
Yes?
And Patrick too. There's an option for you as well. You would see Sienna kind of course through the rest of you, and she would stop the both of you, and she says, "Your elf friend there says that there were some complications. Did you eliminate the target, the old woman, or no?"
Oh, we did. We absolutely did.
Good.
But, well, your friend got ripped apart.
Marsh Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not my friend.
I see. Well,
she says,
I didn't see that
coming. She says, a lot of this is...
Uh-oh. A lot of this is what?
She says, just the assumption that I was friends or am friends with Farius or Marsh Mark. We weren't even hired together. Tyrath has different... We owe different favors to different people, and Tyrath's one of those folks. He tends to bring folks together. That's all.
Well, Marsh Mark ended up swallowing a shape-shifting demon-like thing with 3 eyes, and thought that
Patrick
it wouldn't.
stops Tom and goes, "I don't think she's interested."
She says, "Well, I mean, if Marsh Mark died, Marsh Mark died. He was always a little cocky, but tell me more about this creature that you fought. Moth wasn't just a regular old woman? I didn't imagine so, but you said 3 eyes.
Yeah,
What
three
else?
eyes vertically, and he's gonna go ahead and try and describe it as best as he can. And actually,
Okay, I don't want you to like draw it or anything like that, but because you have an artistic skill, I like to imagine that you have good like aesthetic descriptions.
yeah,
So why don't you go ahead and roll that, and that'll determine how well you are at describing this stuff.
okay.
The art of storytelling.
Ooh, missed it by 2. Dang it.
Okay, all right.
So maybe you overemphasized a few things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because when you were describing it before, you said 3 eyes and 7 feet. I was like, that's 7 feet?
No. It's 7 feet tall. My bad.
Yeah. It's funny.
She pauses and she says, "Sounds like you're describing some sort of serpent demon. I've had to come across them before. You said this ritual ground. Was there any strange, like wards or circles or anything about that?"
Oh yeah, the ground is completely cracked, and it kind of seemed like something was shifting underneath it.
Oh.
There was also many traps, as well as from what was described to me, a fully reduction of psychic energy used there, and around about 50% reduction in magic.
Oh.
Yeah.
She says. Soki are known for knowing a lot of wards and circles and ritual magic, so I guess that wouldn't surprise me that she was one of them. It makes the most sense. They got 3 eyes, vertical. Do they have, like, scaled skin? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a dead Soki, right?
Yeah, it kind of melted down into a puddle of muck.
Okay. She says, "Huh. One I killed didn't do that. Weird. Oh well. The big things that are stopping you from getting the golden rabbit are dead now, right?"
Yeah, we basically just need to track down where Sweet had his statue, get the other 2 statues from civilians, as far as we know, and we're done.
Well,
what did yours do when it died?
his head exploded.
Oh, good.
She said, "I didn't give him a chance to do anything. Quick shot, right to the back of the head, explosive round. Goodbye."
No rumbling, no melting, no screaming, sizzling, whistling.
I'm sure there was a popping noise, but I think that was more of an effect. I didn't stick around. The kill was confirmed, and I came back here.
Somewhat less interesting.
Alright, Patrick's gonna try to figure out if there's anything about this whole sizzling biz, if any of that seems familiar with, like, maybe another creature of some kind.
Okay.
Should I roll for that?
Yeah, roll monster and lore. Make it harder by 10.
Okay. Succeed by 68.
Okay, all right. I'm going to answer your question, and there's just going to be a little scene with Dex as well, and I'll get to that with Lavin. But let me answer Patrick's inquiry first. This is not something that you would figure out instantaneously. It would take a few minutes of thought, maybe going over your notes or something similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
But, and actually, it's a lot of notes you might have taken in regards to trying to help out Morin, oddly enough. a lot of research of the possibilities of individuals, magic individuals, making bonds with greater powers, and how they can give the other person amazing, unearthly, and supernatural abilities. You're almost certain now, with the confirmation from Sienna, that this thing probably was a Soki demon. And you can confirm that the ability to melt or anything like that is not something that normally happens when they die. However, if this thing was to bond with a greater power, a greater entity, well, you come to a disturbing conclusion. Maybe it didn't die completely. Maybe its corpse melted as a form of another transformation. Maybe it was granted a power when it united or linked with a greater being, perhaps this torpid anathema, perhaps something else. But that's something that's really bothering the back of your mind. Why the hell did she melt and not just die? It might be some sort of regenerative property. It might be some form of mystical reincarnation. But this might be something that needs to be investigated.
All right. When I do get that, I'm going to probably urge most of the people to just we're probably going back.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. It'll take you about 20, we're going to say like 20, 25 minutes or so to kind of maybe like you quietly, you're like thinking to yourself, and then you go off to the study and go through your notes and make a few correlations and stuff like that, have the realization, and Bob's your uncle. Sound good?
Yep.
So the only person who wouldn't be here at this point will be Dex Delaney. And at that point, the reason for that will be a little bit, we'll be with a little role play with Lavin here. This is just a minute or two after you guys get back to the Rhapsody itself. And Dex himself kind of hangs outside the Rhapsody building. He goes to the core of the building, kind of takes out a cigarette, takes a few puffs, and sees Lavin before he enters, and he gestures the gentleman over. Dex gestures Lavin over.
I go down there.
Okay. Dex says, well, that's something tonight that I don't think I'll ever forget. I've never met a man made out of rock, and never saw lightning shoot out of the hands of one of the most powerful men of Velda City. How was your night?
I saw a woman turn into a bug and then melt.
You know, Lavin, Mr. Planter, are you ever concerned that if you see enough of this strange stuff, your mind is just gonna melt on its own? Or go off, or maybe you'll have to be booked off to the funny farm yourself?
Not exactly, but similar feelings, yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of partly why I got into this sort of line of work in the first place, you know?
Yeah. Well, most people, if they feel that they're going to go nutty, go to a quack, a head shrinker, you know? But me, I got my own type of therapy.
What's that? Oh. Sorry, I think you cut out because I didn't hear what you said.
You said alcohol.
Alcohol. Yeah.
Alcohol.
Yeah. Alcohol's good therapy.
Something like that. The night owl. Oh, God. You can't hear me, can you?
No, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, Dex will say, yeah. I'm going to call it in for the night. I'm assuming you guys are going to want to keep chasing after this golden rabbit, right?
Seems like our ticket out of here.
Do you want me to keep spreading the word that Lawrence Carter was behind all this? He was the one that hired me, or do you want to pin the veil off that ruse?
Hang on, out of character. He's the radio show guy?
Yeah, he's the radio show guy, Lawrence Carter, yeah.
He doesn't have one of the statues, does he?
He does, he has the fox.
Hell, I don't know. It wasn't my plan in the first place.
Well, ask your fellow players.
Guys, are we continuing with that?
We technically don't need to. It doesn't really hurt or not hurt because I think more of the organization is going to be worried about other things. Let's just say no for his own sake, to not stick his head too far with these rumors, like for Dex's sake.
That was kind of my thought, but I wasn't really sure what we were doing with that. So okay, yeah, Lavin be like, I think with after what happened tonight, that's probably not going to matter much anymore.
I see. All right. Then this is my suggestion. I'm going to lay low for the next few minutes. Just for the next minute.
All right, see you in 20.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. No. He says, for the next few days, I suggest you do the same. From my understanding, Sweet wasn't the only one who died tonight, right?
No.
Okay.
No, sir.
So, if powerful people die, their cronies, their toadies, their allies are going to try to figure out why or how. I don't know if what we did was exactly legal, but if this order of the Lapine do have the influence that it is assumed that they have, the quieter we all are, the better.
Geez, I'm less concerned about the Order of Lapine and more concerned about what was causing that rumbling underneath that desecrated ritual site.
For a second, almost a little flash of light sparks in Dex Delaney's eyes, and he leans in towards you, Lavin, very close. And he says in a husky whisper, he says, you know what I've learned for the 10 years I've been here? Sometimes you just don't want to know. You just don't want to look. I don't know. I got this inquisitive streak in me, so sometimes I can't help myself. But that's also the reason why sometimes I can't sleep at night. Word to the wise, planter.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm assuming is poor Lavin speechless.
No, I thought you were going to say word to the wise planter, something.
Oh, something else. No.
But
Just sorry.
Okay, I got you.
Word to the wise, planter. Period.
I got you.
Something dark side.
Oh my God! I want to strangle you.
Welcome back, Squeeze.
Just kidding.
All right. Well, if we find out what that rumbling was, I'll be sure not to tell you. You go home and get some sleep. If we need you for something absolutely urgent, we'll find a way to go on without you.
All right. Well, yeah, you can reach me at my office or my second office. He gives a bit of a smirk. So a while, I'll be sure to check in on you too.
Sure thing, Dexy. Hey, thanks for the help there. Might have been worse for Al and Ellie if you weren't there.
Okay, and with that, Dex Delaney will depart on his own. Like us? No, I'm down with. Is it okay if we just take a quick 5-minute bathroom break?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Hello?
Okay, always for breaks.
Yeah.
I will be back.
So, Squee, how's it going? Squee, you muted? Am I all alone? Oh. I'm all alone. No one here beside me.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, is everybody still AFK?
I guess so. I've been sitting in silence for a little bit, just asking where the heck everyone went. Especially muted Squee. Unsure if he knows or not.
Sorry,
Unsure if he's there.
I also have a burger.
Hmm.
Yeah, my parents brought me home a burger. So have you been playing Final Fantasy 14 today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I just went through another dungeon thing. I think it had a few creepy dolls in it.
Creepy.
As its last boss.
Oh, I remember that one. I think I remember that one. Hey,
Even dropped a little minion person, and then everyone rolled a need on it, including me, because I asked about it. And I was like, "Can I roll need on this? Because I would really like it." And they're just like, "Yeah, go for it." I did not get it, but
of course.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
Hello.
Hello. I think everybody's back now.
We'll waiting on a couple.
No, Squee was just here.
Yeah, I think everyone's here.
Oh, yeah. Groovy. You're just waiting on me, eh?
Groovy.
Is Spiral here?
He was here. There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, quite a little while after Dex Delaney has left, after Al has patched up Alicia and Basilisk, as folks are relaxing and decompressing in the Rhapsody itself, Patrick emerges from the study. And Patrick, I'll leave the rest of it to you.
We have to go back.
What? Why?
I don't think it's dead.
You don't.
They're
think
right. I don't think that's a natural death, and as far as I know, if linked up with a higher power, this might just actually be a transformation. He's like grabbing things again.
Lee says, "Whoa! Wait up, Patrick. What do you mean?"
Whatever was there is most likely something else at this point, and if it has any sort of ritual, anything, we need to leave now. If it can do magic, we have to go back.
Good. So, great. Let's get everything and go.
Okay. Sure.
Like all of us?
If we do not stop this, you felt what was under there. If you want to sit back, sure. But I'm going.
Yeah, it might be an idea for at least a good chunk of us to go.
August takes some cajoling. Marlis looks a little bit nervous, but eventually all of them do agree that they'll all continue to go. The only people who perhaps will be left behind, Dex has already left. Farius is injured, and Ellie wants to stay behind with Frank and Farius to make sure, and I quote, to make sure nothing bad happens to them. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. If August and Marlis...
I'm pretty strong. I think I can fight anything else that comes creeping on over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, too.
Yeah. I'll try to talk some sense into him. If not, well, I guess I have to give him a couple whaps. I don't want to, but maybe. Sorry, that's my best Ellie impression.
It's good.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We'll see how Krana thinks. But,
she would love it.
Oh, I'm sure she would.
Especially the raps.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so with that, you want to head back towards the ritual ground.
Yeah, I want to swap out a couple of things first.
Yeah. Equip yourselves. Hey, feel free to equip yourselves.
Ooh,
Well, I can tell you real quick, because mine's quick. Everything the same as I had before, except for I'm dumping some whiskey into one of my canteens and taking both of my canteens. And I'm also taking my silver shovel.
Silver shovel. I forgot about that. I like that.
I would ask how tough the fight was. Like, should we be going bare to the nines?
Yes.
Okay.
Alicia confirms this, as does Blink, as does
Tom will just stare at Al and go, Al, I have no fire anymore. Bring everything you got.
What do you mean you have no fire?
I'm expended for today. I'm tired.
Ah, I see. Okay, then.
It was hard.
Al will don on his 1930s alien suit, terrain hopper.
Okay.
He's going to take his...
that's going to be hard to get inside the vehicle.
Full-on War of the Worlds. All right.
It's going to be hard to get inside the vehicle.
Just because, I mean, you have so many people going, right? Maybe if another person stays behind, there'll be enough room for Al to kind of squeeze into the car.
Honestly, I don't know why August is even going. He's not really a combatant.
He's not. August agrees with this. August thinks this is a great idea.
Honestly, both August and Marlis should stick behind.
I just feel like it's a chance to just get him killed.
Yeah.
Well, August will stay behind, and Marlis will say, he says, well, you're right, I'm not much of a fighter. I've had to do so from time to time. But tell you what, I'll continue looking into this theory of Patrick's. Is it all right if I study your notes while you're gone?
Yeah, Patrick doesn't take the time to look at him, but does a few nods and goes, yes. As
Yes.
he then still continues gathering things as quickly as he can.
Marlis says, well, then perhaps I can be more of assistance as a researcher. I'll stay in communication with you. I'll take Patrick's notes along with a few of my own and some other books of lore from around this period, and camp myself out in your little radio room and be in communication with you. Sound fair?
Sounds perfect.
Yes. The large red button placed here and here is to turn it on. There's a dial that switches the number. You need to turn it till the red marker is over the number you need. It is this.
Okay. I see. Simple enough. All right. Well, I'll get to it then. All right. So now there's enough room.
Hi, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll take Sharp and his black light blades.
Okay.
And the pendant, of course.
Okay.
I'm essentially bringing the same stuff, except I want to bring my long swords instead of the magic swords. Because I have no ISP to activate them, so...
Activate the magic sword, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. So, you mean like your vibro sword? Long sword? Or no, or like a literal long sword?
Let me compare the damage.
I mean, if it does SDC, it does SDC, no big deal.
Yeah. I'll take the 2 Earth-made vibro swords.
Okay. They just look like regular swords in this dimension, but they function the same.
Sounds good.
Groovy beans. Anything else anyone wants to declare that they're taking that they didn't take before?
I want to make sure that I bring the science kit and teleport bag. Make sure that that's there.
You mean your backpack
Golden
that
Race, Golden Place,
Room? Yeah, Golden Place. Yeah. Okay, good. All right, and yeah, Lavin, you already declared silver silver shovel, and what else?
My 2 canteens, one of which I put some whiskey in, and I also have my Chaytek gun, a bunch of grenades, and the Necros dagger.
Ah, the Necros
and my
dagger.
armor, the SDC armor.
Okay, all right, excellent. Okay. Once again, you heft yourselves after gathering your belongings. You and your companions get yourselves back into the 3 vehicles that you own. Once again, leading the twinkling lights of Velda City down towards the south, past the countryside, following the first paved, then dirt, then stone roads, back towards the accursed ritual ground which you left scant maybe about an hour or so ago. You get back in place, and you and your companions all spread out a little bit as you once again head towards the ritual ground. Similar to my previous description, at first there is actual green growth. Then it looks like the trees and shrubs become sickly and weaken. Soon it's clear that there isn't a single leaf, but just gnarled branches. And soon even the gnarled stumps of old trees give way to just blackened, rotted wooden pieces, until finally there is absolutely no growth. Just cracked, unfertile earth. As you pass by the path, you can see Blink and Alicia look around, slightly confused, and you hear Alicia say, "Where are they?" Huh.
Where or what?
Well, Alicia says, "This is right about where Blink and I had our ambush, our fight. I don't see any of the bodies. Do you, Blink? Blink blinks several times underneath her space dome-like helmet. She looks around, and you hear her say, "No."
Well, I'm sure they raised them to the dead or nailed them to the nearest building. Nothing terrible could have happened. Let's keep going.
Okay. You continue until you once again reach the circles. And after Lee does another quick test, he can confirm that the original wards, the ones of paralysis and agony and etc., are still deactivated. Inhibit psionics, and the ones that half the effectiveness of magic are still active. Towards the north, and Basilisk and Ezex head down towards the south. Them come in and they report that the corpses that they felled Patrick, Tom, looking around the blackened ritual ground, that the 3 corpses of those mutated-like creatures are also gone. However, one corpse still does remain. The corpse of Marsh Mark, who is still there towards the center-ish portion of the ritual ground. From your memory, it doesn't look his corpse has moved at all. And in addition, even though an hour or two has passed, an hour has passed, it doesn't look like any form of rod or suckingness or anything like that has yet affected his body. The blood still lies on the ground completely. Ezek scratches his head and he says, "I don't get it." He says, "We all killed at least 1 or 2 of them. Even August, I think, took down 1. Where the hell did they all go? They didn't all just walk away."
Or did they?
"Fucking cut that out," says Ezex, and he's not kidding. His hair on his entire head and everything is standing up straight, and his right gnarled ear is twitching. He says, "Come on, you can feel it too. Something is really off about this place. Did we really have to come back?" he says as he looks over towards Patrick. Oh yeah, and his staff is still there too, Marsh Mark's staff.
Patrick is way too busy freaking trying to go towards the spot where the body melted and whistled.
Okay. Not replying to Ezex. In the background, you can hear Ezex complain to Tom. "Does he always do this?" Patrick, as you move towards the area in which Moth laid melting, you can see that body is completely gone. All that's left seems to be a slick, oily stain upon the ground, the blackened ground.
Is it leading anywhere, or is that
It is not leading anywhere, no. Suddenly, for a moment, Al, it's closest to you. You see the upper body of Marsh Mark stir and shudder. It vibrates and convulses. And finally, its dragon-like mouth opens and closes a few times, almost like it's a fish gasping for air. Its eyes open up, and its eyes are still as bright and clear as if it was in life. and the eyes begin to look around wildly as well, as if it's the first time it's awoken.
Al's gonna be like, the corpse is moving.
Told you they got up and walked away.
Says Marsh Mark, groaning out a last gasp of air, as that gasp turns into words. Sacrifice or go. Sacrifice or go. Its voice box trembles, and it looks almost like imaginary fingers are massaging the throat, forcing words out of it, rather it coming naturally from the body itself.
Lavin scratches his chin and says, "It's not terribly specific, is it?"
Al looks around and he looks to Marsh Mark. I think you should go back to sleep. It's not time to awake.
He's not a tree. Jeez.
No, but if it's the torpid anathema, it's slumbering.
Now, for me, I didn't hear a damn thing. Sorry.
Oh,
I heard Sid Squee turns to Marsh Mark, and then I just heard.
And
Lavin
says, I think you should go back to sleep. It's not time to awake yet.
The body of Marsh Mark flops around a little bit more, and it says, "Ritual complete. Rewards. Anything."
I don't like the sound of ritual rewards. I don't like any of this.
Can our reward be that it goes back to sleep? Good job, you did it.
Glory. Immortality. Sacrifice or go.
Patrick, can we kill this thing?
Patrick stands up. No, do not kill that. Mainly because every single time we killed something here, I felt... Let's just not kill things here, okay?
Thirst. Sacrifice or go.
I don't like the way it's moaning at us. Can we pick it up and move it over there and kill it?
Do you want to touch the corpse?
Wow, spoiler alert. Patrick said yes. Yeah, I'm gonna go try and pick it up. The part that's talking, and fireman carry that shit out of here.
You pick up. Spoiler alert! You jerk! It's not true. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? Is it going to attack you? Do you think it's going to bite you?
No, I'm assuming I'm going to be horribly cursed or something.
Oh, maybe. No, as you move to pick up the corpse, you're able to do so relatively well. The body of Marsh Mark was long and serpentine, and it was several feet long. So its upper half, you kind of grab the bulk of it, around where its neck and mid body is. And unfortunately, what happens is that the head drops down behind you, and it's hanging upside down as it continues to chatter on, sacrifice or go, sacrifice or go. And as you lift it up, you hear a soft intake of air between Lee's teeth and a few other disturbed rumbles from your companions. Patrick, Tom, and Al are also first to see this, and Lavin, you soon come to this realization. Although the upper body of Marsh Mark moves easily in your hand, you realize that there's still something kind of connected to Marsh Mark. Something that connects the severed lower half of his body to the ground. Imagine a vine made of twisted wood. But instead of just wood, intertwined within that twisted wood are lengths of intestine, sinew, meat, entangled into it as well.
So
And that meat is connected down into the earth itself. And as you move a few feet with the upper body of Marsh Mark, that sinewy vine of meat and wood moves along with you, lengthens, almost like it's being pulled out of the ground itself.
Well, that's gross. Like, what? Yeah. If I keep pulling and I sever something and then it starts spilling blood all over the
bumbles
ground.
a few words. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
That's all I had to say. Just pointing out worst case
So
scenarios.
what does Lavin do?
I don't do anything. I complain a lot. Pretty much just all I was doing. Lee was saying something.
Sorry, guys. I'm having these slightly connected and off problems. What was that again, Lavin?
I was just complaining and basically saying I don't think I should continue pulling on this thing because it could
Okay, so but it's
sever the
still in your
intestines and
arms.
bleed everywhere. Yeah, I'm just sort of holding it there, thinking like don't know what to do.
Okay. Lee Lee stutters a little bit before he clears his throat, and he says, Patrick, I think your theory about making a pact with a greater power is really being reinforced right now. I highly suggest to everyone, don't do what it wants. And maybe if a new pact isn't made, nothing bad will happen. We needed a cleansing ritual. I was never really good at that.
All I know is exorcism, and this is no... Well...
No, he ain't possessed. He's animated, but he ain't possessed.
Well, what are our options?
We could dig and find out where this stuff connects to.
No.
dig.
No digging.
Okay.
You're good at opening portals, aren't you, Lee?
Yeah, normally, they're... Well, that's the thing. I don't just make portals out of nowhere. I go to ley lines. I use quite a bit of my magic, and it transports me to other places. That's what shifters do.
Yeah. Is there any possible way that I could, or you could open a way of communication between me and a certain place?
Yeah, if we had a ley line.
Okay. I'm pretty sure there's very little to none around here.
I haven't detected one yet. Have you? No.
No. Okay, well that idea's shot.
Lee thinks for a moment, and he says, what are your radios? Let's talk with Marlis.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Get on the radio with Marlis, and Lee asks, Marlis, I don't suppose in your little alchemy adventuring days you know any sort of cleansing rituals or anything like that? Marlis says, well, not holy ones, of course. There are some general rules of thumb that can be taken place. Is this something demonic or alien? And Lee kind of looks to you guys and shrugs, and he says, I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say demonic. Oh. I'll have to think about it. I'll get back to you, says Marlis.
Well, I hope he doesn't take too long.
Lavin gently sets the corpse back down.
You set the corpse back down on the ground. That viney, sinewy, wooden and meat connection between his corpse and the ground begins to pull the corpse as it drags across the ground back to its original place.
So he's like one of those
The
dolls
corpse,
that you pull the
you
string.
can no
and-
longer see the vine connection. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Sacrifice.
I really think we're out of our element here.
So what do you think of this guy's staff, Lee? I don't think Inferno can hear me. Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think the Torpid Anathema ate our GM.
Shit.
Oh, crap. Now we're all screwed.
Finally, my plan to outlast the GM has been complete. Now I can rule this world.
I don't think so. Ain't no Torpid Anathema take me.
Quick piff run.
Torpid Anathema, get him! Okay. You die. Patrick, you die.
Oh.
Patrick dies, everyone. He's just dead
I
now.
would do something, but I'm dead.
You can't come back either. I've cursed your body. You're fucked.
Oh.
No, just kidding. Anyways.
Wait.
Anyways, did you hear the Torpid Anathema say, give sacrifice or take sacrifice?
No, we just heard sacrifice a few times.
Oh, well, yeah, sorry. He ate me. Yeah.
Or take sacrifice?
Yeah.
You know what? Patrick doesn't know much about anything. He's willing to try stuff out, and the only things that he even knows can even come close to actually helping out with the situation is good old freaking angel baby or angel child or whatever,
Embryo.
and
Embryo, yeah.
they're good old friends. So he's probably going to try to hum that tune that he's got from them, see if that does anything.
Okay, anyone want to join Patrick in on humming?
No, but I'm going to pull
mean,
out... Sorry, go ahead, Al.
Why not? I
I'll
got
do it.
nothing else.
One
Alright,
of one of the canteens I brought has that like crystal water from that cave we were in up north. I think it was like holy water or something, some blessed water. I can't quite remember why I took it, but I'm gonna dump it on this guy just cause. Well, he hums his tune.
No,
Torres,
no, let's copyright it. No. Stop it. Torpid Anathema can't fight copyright infringement. All right. The Zeus family will kick our asses, guys.
We found its weakness.
No, but okay. But in all seriousness, unsure of exactly what to do. At this point, Patrick and soon joined by Al starts humming And Lavin takes a flask and pours it on the upper body or lower body of the bifused Marsh Mark.
Right on his face.
Right on his face. Okay. There is an immediate reaction. You're not too sure if it's because of the humming, because of the water, because of your appeals to the spirits of light, or perhaps something else. But the body of Marsh Mark stops groaning immediately, stops demanding sacrifice, and begins shaking again. This time, however, the shaking seems to be in pain, as an awful howl escapes Marsh Mark's upper body, and that upper body flies straight up into the air, launched by the wood and meat vine connected to it. The body flies into the air a solid 12 feet high, spinning around wildly like a top before it before it's pulled back to the ground. And you can see, as Marsh Mark's upper body hits the ground with a horrible thud, suddenly the vine that was attached to it disengages from the corpse completely and buries back into a deep reddened hole in the earth. You feel the earth quake a little bit some more, as finally all around you, all around the perimeter, similar vines, similar constructs, long, sharp wooden constructs that seem to be filled with muscle and bone and gristle and veins, a bloody combination of nature and corpse emerges all around you. At least 24 different of these tendrils. They don't move to attack you. And I'm going to finish this description and you can let me know what you guys did in the meantime. But although they do not move to attack you, suddenly they shake and rattle amongst themselves. And it is then in the very center of this area that you see the earth begin to bulge. And the earth begins to split and break as if something is being birthed from the center of it. Those of you who are by the center, what do you want to do?
Get off.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna stand over there.
Al?
No, this is Patrick.
Your thighs all sound the same.
No, I guess he's going to follow his friends because that'd be his first reaction is to probably get off.
Okay. You too, Squee?
Yeah.
You quickly all scramble away from the center as you can see the earth continue to bulge and push and break. And soon, break from the earth itself, as it splits and cracks open, you see a body lifted, a body whose the back of the head is attached by another one of those horrible vines. Its torso is attached, its back and its lower back is attached by one of those vines, and its wrists are attached by one of those vines, and at its ankles attached by one of those vines. And you see a somewhat familiar shape, a familiar individual. Verosamoth, three-eyed, even one of them still completely burst open and filled this time with absolute pus, emerges. Except it is not scales that don its body frame. It's as if the scales themselves have been ripped apart. You are looking upon a flayed version of Sarathamos as it twists and screams and wriggles, and through its mouth you can hear more of the groaning words saying, "Your holy word, stop! Unborn, I will finish you off." Roll for initiative.
But I wanted diplomacy.
Okay.
Roll a 20. Roll a 1.
I don't want to fight this. I wanted.
Patrick's ready.
Hang on. 17, not bad. Woohoo.
Okay. Verasamoth 2 Electric Boogaloo. All right.
I hate when I watch the sequels first. I've never even fought the first one.
Where's Al? There's Al. I gotta drag you.
You know you're desperate when your course of action devolves into burst into song. That's when you really you're scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
Look,
I don't know what to do. We start
I am
singing.
no holy man, and the only holy thing that I know is freaking angel friends, and that's about as far as I can really go with them.
I begin to sing Christmas music.
Can I say what my idea was going to be if we had a ley line?
Yeah, go nuts.
So, way back when we were in Tolkien, I got some information about warlocks and planes of fire. I was going to offer the Lord of Fire, hey, I'll be your minion if you fucking help us with this. But we have no way of communicating with them, so... Oh well.
No.
And that would have been the last we ever saw of Tom, as he then went into his 25 years of servitude.
Seriously.
Yeah, possibly.
Later, dude.
Okay,
I'm gonna stop
did
one
everyone
devil
put
by
in
making
there?
a deal with another.
Oh wait, Verasamoth 2 Electric Boogaloo needs to go. I'm really I'm really not helping the horror vibe if I just give Verasamoth 2 a bad news. No, I'm gonna just get rid of that, even though that was a funny joke. Here, I'll just put Verasamoth ? All right, they need a initiative 15.
It's fine, guys. We still outnumber them by 13 actions.
Well, I don't know. It depends. If he gets one action per tentacle, we're screwed.
Well, he's got 8 actions, so
You also have your NPCs too. They are.
That's true.
I'll describe what they're doing along with the tentacles as well. All right.
I hope they're Kirk struggling with the spikes.
Kinda. Actually, I'm gonna just go out and say it right now. This is a perfect opportunity. There still might be a few attacks with the tentacles themselves, which I'm gonna link in with Verasamoth, but most of the NPCs will be physically battling with these horrible twisted vines around them. That is really trying to keep you contained during this fight. At the beginning of each round, I'm going to roll a D100, and depending on the success of that, the NPCs might be successful in creating a hole or a gap or some serious damage against the creatures. If they fail greatly, one of the NPCs might be injured. Not fatally so, but this is just going to be a way for me to dealing with, 12 of your goddamn friends without having to do 12 of their goddamn actions. Sound good?
You got it.
All right.
Yes.
So everyone's put in there. Yeah, it looks like everyone has. So I'm going to go ahead and sort it. Sorry, now I'm just thinking of 3 galaxies. Someone sort this for me. All right. There we go. We're all good.
I remember you saying that last week. It's less that I can't. I'm like doing 8 things at once, and I'm lazy.
No. Even when you're not here, we take the piss out of you. We gotta be nicer to you, dude.
No,
All right.
it was funny. I was listening to it. I was going, yeah, I mean, he's right.
All right, Patrick.
Well, I want that thing to be detached, so Patrick is going to aim for the things that is currently holding it in place on it. So he's attached in some particular places. He's aiming at one of those. I'm going to say his feet dash legs.
Okay. Yeah, he has vines attached. I'm gonna just call them vines, even though they're a combination of. He has vines attached to his ankles. So right ankle or left ankle.
Okay, both.
Yeah.
Patrick is
It's like a marionette.
Okay.
Except
Let's
the
go
strings are
with
coming from below,
the
rather.
left one.
Okay. Now, what kind of attack are you doing, and with what?
I have a shotgun, and I'm going to be
you want to shoot it
using
with your shotgun.
one slug. Yes.
Okay. So it's going to be a called shot. The vines themselves are relatively thick, but they're going to be the equivalent of an arm as far as trying to do a called shot on them. So that means it is a scroll down, arm -2 to strike.
I'm going to hate myself for asking this, but am I still frightened?
Oh, shit! Yeah, you might want to forget this, because you should probably do a horror factor from what the fuck you just saw.
Okay.
It's true.
Yeah, no, it's my own fault for forgetting these. I think it's just because I love the horror factor as an idea, but it's just such a unique thing. When people say combat, the last thing people think about, oh, and are you mentally scarred?
Yeah, to be fair, if we seriously took into account the mental scarring our character should have by now.
Yeah.
You think I have not been doing this?
Well, I know, and I do too, but I mean, if I had gone through what Al's gone through, I'd be in a corner somewhere just gibbering to myself.
So this has a horror factor of 15. So go ahead and roll versus horror factor, add whatever bonuses you need.
15.
5.
Shall we all go ahead and do?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
14. Son of a bitch. 15.
Fail by 1. Okay. Fail. Okay. So Al gets it. Lavin does not. Patrick does not. Burn
does not for the first time. Oh shit!
Down to the very first time. Okay, so we're gonna start with Patrick. Go ahead
D20.
and roll a d20. Okay, what's your Emmy?
I got under it by 4.
So your Emmy is 17?
Yep.
So 17 minus roll 13, so that's +4. Okay, +4 is good. +4, no attack loss, but all your bonuses to strike, parry, dodge are just for the first melee round. So for this first melee round, your strikes are halved. So actually that roll to hit, you haven't actually
I didn't roll it, no.
Okay, that's good. All right, so just keep that in mind, just this first melee round. So, okay. Next is Lavin. What's your ME?
9.
Okay, so roll 1d20. So you fail by not fail, but it's a -1. So your strike, parry, and dodge is -1 for the remainder of the combat.
Okay.
So -1 debuff. And finally, Tom. What's your ME?
23.
Oh. Okay.
It's
this
my
could be really
stat.
good for you.
Yeah. 17.
This explains why you barely roll. You fail that. So it's +6.
Yeah.
No attack loss. Bonuses to strike are halved, and parry and dodge are -1 just for the first melee round. So strike is half, parry dodge -1 just this first melee round.
Cool.
Groovy beans?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, none of you succeeded by 10, so you don't get a permanent. Oh, wait, but someone... Oh, God, if this ever happens again, this will be funny. Al, you won. Oh, you won. You succeeded, right?
Yes.
So go ahead and roll versus your ME. You might get a permanent resist to this, although you'd have to roll extremely good. Roll a 1d20.
You got it. Nope.
And what's your ME?
14.
Oh, yeah, no. Okay, you didn't succeed. Okay, good. All right, now that we have that out of the way, everyone has debuffs in mind. All right, Patrick. You Someone quit. All right.
So
Patrick.
is it half to my overall or just to my bonus to strike?
It is. Back to rules. It was +4. Just the bonuses to strike, parry, and
Bonuses to
dodge.
strikes are half. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that on my own negatives.
Mhm.
Should be 3.
Okay.
So, and then the negative to the arm thing. What was that?
Well, it's divine, so it's going to be -2 to hit it.
So -3, -2. So I'll have this. Okay.
Holy shit! Good job. You need to go over 12-2, and you do so. Go ahead and roll damage. Now, what kind? So that was out of your shotgun, and your shotgun is a holy weapon, right?
Supposedly, yes.
Supposedly? What do you mean? That's what was blessed. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's the one that was blessed.
Okay.
We all call this holy. We all pretty much know it's holy. Our characters still don't really know.
Oh, okay. So that's what you mean by supposedly. I thought you meant like I don't believe in it.
He doesn't believe he has a
I don't believe in my
covenant
shotgun.
Okay. Okay. And the bullets that you're using?
That is a slug.
Just normal slug?
A normal slug.
Okay. Well, you hit the vine squarely, and you shatter a few portions of wood splinters, and gore goes off in the way. And it looks like it's approximately half of it is blown away, but it's hanging tenuously onto that. You said it was the left ankle, right?
That's correct. Left ankle.
Okay. All right. Give me 2 seconds. I just flip my page here. Flip my page. Oh, come on, pen. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I yelled at my pen and it started giving me ink again. All right. That's Patrick's action. Ow.
Al's going to, first things first, he's going to activate the armor Vithin on his armor, which well, it's an interesting question. I know as a player that the effect of it is halved. Does Al have any sort of visual cue or feeling that he knows
No.
it's halved?
Unfortunately not, no. And unfortunately you weren't here to, well, no, maybe
it was mentioned those words.
It was mentioned back in the Rhapsody, so you would know that
when we got here, somebody.
Oh, that's right. Lee did say that.
Yeah.
Effect
Yeah. So yeah, you know that your magic is at half efficiency.
So
yeah.
I will activate that, and I'm going to pull out Sharp and one of the black light blades and activate it. I gotta imagine all of that would be in action.
Yeah, exactly, precisely. Yeah. Took my words right out of my mouth.
So let me go ahead and mark off the 30 PPE that all that's going to take.
Okay. So on Verosimoth's turn, the 24 vines around this unholy ground itself begin to attack and lash and grapple with your companions. They're distracted and trying to fighting it either by using magic or brawn or weapons themselves. Like I said, at the end of each melee round, I'll roll a dice and let you know what's going on with them. But as for the flayed body in front of you, Verosimoth, the skinless Verosimoth, opens up its mouth, and from within it comes another one of those horrible vines. But this one is in the shape of a hand, as it comes soaring to try to strike at poor Patrick's head. So, 1d20 plus. This is a called shot to your head, so that's going to be a -6 for it. So that just gives it a plus. Oh, for once again, D20 does not acknowledge that I put in toll. Oh, and it is enough to hit your main body. Oh yeah, I've also realized something. I guess you guys should put yourselves wherever you want to be. You can be anywhere around the outside of this stone ring, because that stone ring, like everything inside that stone ring, is now like just a hill of earth. Groovy?
So where's the tentacle monster?
Yeah, I'm putting in there. I'm putting in there.
Okay.
Give me a moment. I'm putting in there. Give me 2 seconds. He's not gonna move all that much, so I think just a quick shape is good enough. Tentacle monster's right there. Oh wait, let me fill it.
And so we can't get on that circle in the middle?
You can get on. You can climb. But imagine this circle in the middle is now a hill, in which the highest point is the red square, which is skinless Ferosamoth monster, and the lowest point is the stone ring. You know.
Okay.
So yeah, if you imagine it like, let me get the line here. So if you imagine it like, oh, stupid, no. So yeah, like if this is the low point and this is the high point, and so this is kind of rising up towards it. See what I mean? Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what it's like.
It's like a big dome.
Yeah, bingo. All right. That was I did Veros. Oh yeah. So it hit. It was enough to hit your main body. Yeah.
Is this how fast would you say this is? Is this kind of like,
This is the equivalent of a melee attack.
okay, so like an arm coming to strike me,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
A really, really long, gross arm.
As much as I think that maybe parrying this might... Actually, I'm gonna try to parry it with my shotgun.
Okay, go ahead and roll your parry. Make it a harder by 1 because shotguns aren't really meant as melee weapons.
All right, so I'm going to I have a parry of 2. I'm having
Okay.
it, so 1, -1 to that. But I think I get a +2 because of the enchantment on it.
Yes, I will. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So, take that.
Hey, I did the defender. Well, now this is going to be even more interesting. So you parry it with your shotgun, and the vine, the hand-like thing, now grips your shotgun. On your turn, we're going to have to do an opposed check to see if it lets go. Or maybe
Okay.
your friends will help in the meantime. But right now, it's like it hasn't pulled it away or anything like that. But it's instead of grabbing onto your head, this horrible, tangled, viney mass, bloody, viney mass, has now attached itself to like the barrel of your shotgun.
Okay.
Tom.
All right,
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
would
coming
like
from his
to
mouth.
try and vault over this wall.
Uh-huh.
I don't really have.
Well, that's easy because the wall is practically like it's covered partially in earth, and it's really just the base of this this hill. So yeah, okay.
Okay. Would that take my whole move, or could I move up to Ferosamoth?
Tell you what. Vertical, it's only 18 feet, but it's a bit of a climb. You have climb, right?
Yes, I do have climb.
Yeah, give me a climb check.
Okay.
No penalties. Earth and hill.
8 out of 98.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Okay, yeah. One action and you're up to Verosamoth, no problem. You climb,
Okay.
you scramble up the hill.
Then I will just take out my Vibra Blades, and I don't think I can attack.
Yeah, not really, no.
Okay.
Not yet. But you're armed and you're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Lavin.
Oh, Tom ran in. Oh, smokes. I was on a different window. Well, okay. I suppose I will. I'm pretty sure I can just walk over here.
Yeah.
Well, I can walk partway over there.
Okay.
And then I'll try and shoot at the tentacle that Patrick shot that's already
Somewhat wounded.
broken.
So that's the left, the vine that's attached to its left ankle. Okay.
Yeah.
-2 to strike because of the size of the target.
Okay. So then it's going to be that, I believe. So another -1 for the.
Yeah, because of the horror factor. Great, 19. Good job, Lavin. Go ahead and roll damage. 20. Okay. With a twang, oh my god. The vine breaks completely, and Verosamoth's leg kind of hangs limply in the air. You have disconnected them. Violently. Okay. Quickly would be proud. Patrick. We're going to have to do wait. Before we do the opposed grapple, is there anything you want to do to maybe help you or yourself out of this situation?
So I would like to know, how does grabbing it? Is it?
Imagine at the end of this viney thing, there are 4 finger-like appendages that have wrapped around the barrel of your gun.
All right. Is it like over the mouth, over the side
of the gun?
The
side.
The side. All right. Okay.
We can do an opposed strength check right now and see if you can't wrest control from it. Sound good? I know you're trying to think of another thing to do, but
yeah, I am. Yeah, I think that is something that I would probably want to try to do.
Okay. So you go ahead and roll a 1d20, and I'll roll 1d20 and add 5, and we'll see who wins.
Oh boy. I wonder if I lose.
Yeah, you do, unfortunately. So what happens is the vine pulls the weapon from your hand, and as it retracts back towards its mouth, it lets go of it, and the momentum throws the rifle all the way back, clattering against a blackened stump that is approximately 35 feet away from Al. So here, I'm going to just do a quick little draw of black, and that's where your gun be.
Okay.
Okie dokie?
Yep.
All right. But that wasn't your action. That just happened during your action. So what do you want to do as part of your action now?
Well, my gun's gone.
Yeah.
I guess he's going to he's going to scurry around to try to get that. As well as during so, he's probably going to have another charge to use. Charge used. There you go. Let's see.
You mean for your bracers?
Yes.
Okay.
All
right. That's your movement.
This is 19.
You can round up to 20 if it makes it easier for you.
No. I'm just trying to figure out. It's like movement speed is like per second, right? Or is that like a?
No. Here's the idea. If you're actually going to run, you can move 3 times your speed the first round, and then that run would turn into a sprint, which means then you can move 4 times your speed. But you can't do anything else. You can just run.
Okay.
So you moved 1 movement thing. So if you want to like run, you can do 2 more.
Okay.
And you can just estimate a little bit, you know what I mean? You don't have to not that picky. Okie dokie. Patrick's running for his gun. Ow.
So question here. On the terrain hopper, the appearance has changed, but are most of its abilities, other than the MDC stuff, most of the abilities the same?
Yes.
All right, then Al's going to he's going to use his increased speed to get Patrick his gun, because I think he could do it much faster than poor Patrick trying to run all the way over to it.
Okay.
So he'll just do a quick hop over to it,
grab
it, and then a quick hop over to Patrick and hand it to him.
Yeah, I'll let that be an action. Yep. Terrain hopper is very fast. Good jumper, quick. And that'd be 2 or 3 seconds. So yeah, sure.
1930 space monster jumping around.
Kind of, yeah. Well, not space monster, space robot.
Space suit. Yeah, space robot.
Suit. Yeah. All right, Verosimoth's turn. The vine once again reaches its mouth and descends inside of it, and then it begins to give this horrible, garbled speech. Tom, you're closest to it, and you hear some broken words within the garble, something like "servant, give to me" or something like that. Before you can see, in the mound of earth, approximately in this direction, you see something else begin to emerge from the ground. You can see a head poke up, and you see another one of those mutated faces of those strange, rabbit mask servants. But this, as well, has no skin. It is a bare, muscled, covered, bloody skull. And with a single flayed arm, it has in its hand almost another connection of those vines. And it hasn't finished doing so, but he begins to move towards Verosimoth's ankle, almost looking as if it's trying to attach the vine to it. And chanting and asking for it was Verosimoth's turn.
Okay. So it's my turn now.
Yes, it is your turn now.
Okay. I would like to try and hack away at one of the vines that is attached to Verosimoth right now.
Okay. Which vine? Just as a refresher, there's one on the right and left wrists. There's one on the right ankle. There's one on the small of its back, and there's one at the back of its head.
Let's go for the one.
You are within range of all of them.
Okay. Let's go for the one at the small of the back.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll the hit. Once again, about the size of an arm, so to speak. So a -2. It'll be a called shot.
Okay, called shot -2 and half my strike bonus, so 20 plus 2. Wow!
Critical hit. Good job, Burn. All right, so
Thank
go
you.
ahead and roll damage.
Okay, let me just double check one thing really quick.
Okay.
Vibrasaur 2d6. Okay. And is this including my to strike bonus, because this is an SDC? Or my damage bonus, I mean.
Your damage bonus, yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's a big advantage of having. So it's turned from MDC to SDC is that now you can put your strength behind it and it'll mean something. Because your strength is SDC too. Yeah, okay, yeah, add it.
10.
Okay, so double that?
Yes.
20. Okay. 20, small of the back. Great. Lavin.
Lavin will continue to move into cover and try to shoot the weird reattaching zombie minion guy in the head.
Okay. All right, that works. Head.
Why do you sound so surprised?
No, I don't know. I thought maybe you guys would ignore it.
It's trying to fix it.
I know.
Kill the healer, right? I mean, that's how these games work.
Yeah, that's true. Kill the healer, even if he's an undead weird thing.
Yeah.
So head is -6 to hit. But of course you have your other bonuses.
Okay, so that minus that. It was -6 for the head?
Yep.
You said?
Wow. Good job, Lavin. Roll damage.
Yeah,
22
CC
as
is also
well.
wicked for me because none of my MDC guns do that kind of damage. This Chaytek thing you gave me some bonkers.
Yeah, it kind of is because it blew a hole straight through its head. And interestingly, no other brains or gore come through it. As the hole pushes through its head and it dies in a heap just on that hill itself, it's almost like a perfectly black hole, perfectly carved hole was put through its head. It had no brains to hold it down. All right, Patrick. You now have your gun in your hand, thanks to Al.
Thank you, Al.
Anytime.
Oh, boy. So, strong vines. All right. Well, I guess, how are the vines coming from the middle? I'm assuming that a lot of it's coming from its face part.
Okay, well, let me help you out with this. The vines are attached to the back of its head, the small of its back, and its arms and legs, or wrists and ankles, are all originating from the ground. Imagine like a marionette, but instead of, being on top of the Verosamoth, it's coming from underneath the earth. So all the vines are attached from its wrist or its back of his head into the ground itself. The vine that attacked you originated from its mouth, almost like a long tongue-like thing. And when it threw your gun away, it descended back inside of its head.
Okay, so the vine thing doesn't have a head. It's actually the dude that has a whole bunch of vines in him.
Yeah, or at least attached to him, definitely.
Yeah.
Verosamoth looks similar, except it has no skin.
Right. And I assume that from that description, I can still see vines from this angle as well.
Oh, you can see. Yeah. Oh, definitely. You can see it all. Yeah.
Okay. I probably would like to shoot what Tom's attacking, but he's like right next to that, so maybe not that one.
Okay. So which one? Tom was attacking the one in the small in his back. You still have back of head, left wrist, right wrist, and left ankle. Sorry, right ankle.
I would like to go for the right angle. I would also like to make sure that I'm probably more. I want to make sure that I'm not firing at Tom.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move here and maybe be able to shoot this way.
Yep. Works for me.
Right.
Go ahead and roll to hit. -2 because of the size of the target. That'll be a called shot, so it needs to be higher than 12. Roll damage, my friend. So wait, what was the target again?
The right ankle.
Right ankle. Okay, good. All right, thanks. 20 damage to the right ankle. Okay, excellent. You do some damage to it. Tom, you do too. You do some damage to it, but you don't sever it completely just yet. Ow.
Al's going to take his 2 blades and just attack. So he's going to do a dual.
And
attack.
what are you attacking?
Just the main body of the big creature.
Okay. If you have melee weapons, do you think perhaps you need to get close enough to it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to jump up to it.
Okay. All right, that distance is no problem. You can jump up to it and attack.
So, I guess just to make sure that this is described, there's a person's body, and then there's vines coming from it. Are you attacking the person's body or the vines?
Yeah, the main body, he's saying.
The main body of the person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you guys are concentrating on the vines. I'll try the person, and we'll see what works better.
Okay.
So I'm gonna attack with. I'll do sharp first.
Okay.
Which is. Yeah, just doing the main body. So that's a 30 to hit.
Okay. And the other one? So are you
Uh,
giving up your parry attack?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And then the other one's just hang on. I don't use this all the time. It is either 46 or 66. Give me a second. I have it here. It is 66. So
Did you roll to hit with the other one yet, though, my friend?
that's what I'm going to do. Yeah.
But you said 66 for some reason.
I'm sorry. No, you're absolutely right. Here, let me just do that. 21 to hit.
Okay. All right.
So
15
damage on sharp because I did minimum damage there, and then
But
and
that's
then it's
holy.
66. Right, but that one's holy. And then it's 66. I got to get my order right. All right.
Yeah.
And
roll to hit, then damage.
26 for the blacklight blade.
All right. So. Okay. Well, good news, Al.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't, even though he could try to attack or parry your wrist with its own arms, right? Because its arms are wild, able to defend itself. It chooses not to. In addition, you do significant damage to the body. I guess I could say the bad news is that because of a complete lack of resistance, when you push and stab with your dagger, you put your muscle behind it, obviously, right? You want to stab this bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from the outside, the flayed form of Moth looks like a creature of flesh and blood, like you. But when you actually attack its main body, it gives way, resembling pushing through rotting wood. And your hands continue to push through it, and almost instantaneously, the flesh around it tries to go over your wrists. In other words, it's going to attempt to grapple you. That's what its defensive action was. Wasn't to parry, it's to grapple you, to grapple this attack. So now what I'm going to do is roll, but you still do damage to it, right? So now I'm going to roll its grapple check against your attack, and if it succeeds, then your hand's going to be stuck, or the weapon at the very least is going to be stuck, and if it fails, then you're fine. So your first roll was 30, so there's a really good chance this thing is not going to be able to grapple you, even though it has a pretty big buff. 8, 22, no. The other one, however, you rolled a 21? No. Okay. All right. So you see its flesh trying to get around there, but you're able to pull your weapons free away from it before it enwraps them.
Well, that's not good.
You mean
that is good. It's not good that it's trying to do that.
Yeah, sure. I get what you mean. Sorry. Right now, the chat is debating if they should just nuke this thing with fire, and someone's like, "The nuke hasn't been invented yet."
That's what my first thought was, and the guy said it. I was like, "Yeah, I don't think they had nukes in the 30s."
Nope, they're working on it.
No,
Kind of
they're
what
working.
happened
Yeah,
in
they're
World War II,
working
and
on
everyone
it,
was like,
dudes.
"Holy shit!"
Ask this thing if it can wait a couple years. Heads up, are you guys okay if we just kind of finish this combat round and once again suspend the combat and resume next week?
Sure.
Yeah, that's-
Well, I guess not
Sure.
next week,
It-
but after
it
the
would be-
holidays.
It
Yeah.
would be in 2018.
Oh my god, this fight is gonna take us into the next year. Sweet, epic. All right. But okay, Verosimoth's turn. It once again mumbles some language, and similarly to before, another flayed zombie-like corpse with a vine in hand begins to emerge from the ground. At this point now, right here. So this lower quarter. Groovy?
Mm-hmm.
Gravy.
All right, that's its action. Tom.
Okay, I'll attack it again.
By the way,
16.
Bruno, you. Oh,
Uh-huh.
sorry.
Well, by the way.
You infected my brain with I shoot my bow.
I shoot it with my bow.
Yeah, that's what it was. I shoot it with my bow. Oh god,
Yeah,
it
well,
hasn't
what
left
if
my
I-
brain since
what
we
if I
talked
wanna
about that.
What if I want to slash it with my sword, huh?
No,
What if I
well, it's sometimes it's just the way that these games work.
the way it works.
Like it's just
Yeah.
now I can't help but think that every time. I mean, I do the same thing. After times like I shoot it with my gun.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you mean it was the same target as before, right?
Yes, small at the back.
It's the small of the back. Okay, that's a 16. Above it, it's not taking a defensive action. Go ahead and roll damage.
11.
Okay, no bonuses. No rolling 20s this time. All right. You cut away a few more strands of the horrible bloody vine, but it's not quite severed yet. Lavin.
Well, Lavin's on reattaching zombie duty. It looks like.
Apparently. Now, here's a bit of a tricky, Lavin. You might want to move a little bit because the mound is kind of around here and he's like down here. So you could shoot from where it is, but it might be a little bit harder to hit the guy. But if you move a little bit to the south, you'll have a better shot.
Okay, Lavin's not on reattaching zombie duty because I'm not going for a bad shot and I'm not moving.
Okay.
So, what about the other? They're shooting the other ankle tentacle.
Yeah, the right ankle. Yes, yeah, and
Is that one in?
that's definitely in shot in shot for sure. Like Verosimoth is like hanging over this the entire mound, all woobly boobly. So all of his targets are pretty well seen from almost any angle.
Woobly boobly,
Yeah, woobly boobly.
boogaloodly.
Yeah,
Fucking ones all time. One.
all ones all the time. Whiff. Patrick.
Well, my gun's out of ammo. I have one turn left to take it for the rest of the year.
Make it count. Oh, Piffy, I love you.
I would love to cast a spell if you would be so kind.
You know what? As my Christmas gift to you, Piff. Yes. You can cast a spell. I know this is breaking the rules. Wait, are you guys okay if I just break the rules a little bit?
Sure, I'm fine with it.
Okay, just for fun. Rule of fun, right? I kind of feel bad for doing it, but yeah, okay, I'll.
Wait,
But this is a one-time only thing.
What about next New Year?
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I
I might get
remembering
another
this.
present. Who knows?
Next
Who
year,
knows?
I want another damn action. It's the last action of the year.
Okay, we'll see. You know what? Fine. Okay, you know what? To make this fair, all of you who get your last action, you can do something a little bit bonkers, a little bit that breaks the rule. There we go. There's consistency. Now that's good. That's Inferno's gift to you all. Your last
Okay,
action
you
gives
might
the damage.
regret that, but I'm down.
Okay, no, I won't regret it. Watch.
It's
3 seconds later, I regret this. All right.
It's a life day miracle.
Oh no.
Okay, let's not make this session go into next year. What's
All
up?
right.
What do you want to do?
I would like to cast Trance on walking zombie man.
Oh, okay. Okie dokie. I'm assuming I need to roll a save versus magic, right?
Yep.
It doesn't really have a bonus. Looks like I succeed.
I don't think it does anything on success.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, don't say I didn't try. Sorry.
Okay.
Dice weren't with you. All right, Al, your turn.
I'm trying to think like what I would do that's kind of bonkers. Because I don't want to be boring.
Well, it's not your last action yet, dude. Which is your
Oh,
last action.
that's technically true. All right, so then
Unless
never
you
mind.
want your action to be 5 turns worth of stuff.
So body equals dangerous. Maybe concentrate on the roots instead. So he's gonna dual attack the roots. So first he'll do sharp.
Hey. There's still a zombie.
Well, but aren't other people focusing on the zombie?
Two
Yeah.
people.
it's
One
not
person
my line of
tried.
sight.
Lavin seems to not be able to.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. No, you know what? I said it, so I'm gonna do it.
Okay,
I'm
no,
gonna
it's
go for
fair.
the
It's
roots.
fair.
Yeah,
It's fair. Yeah.
I mean, like I can't.
do
I
everything
think
at
that's
once.
metagaming a bit too much there. So Al's concentrating on this thing, so he's gonna keep
Mhm.
doing it for now. He's
Mhm.
gonna go for the roots.
Okay.
This is sharp, 27 to hit,
Now, are you doing the -2 penalty?
-2 penalty for because of
the
the
roots
magic.
are small. No, not because of the
no.
magic. Because
No,
it's a smaller
no.
target.
No, I'm not. So that's a 25.
So it's 25. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's a hit. He has to get over 12. Yeah.
And then give me a second here. I'll do the -2 this time. 14.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and roll damage. And sorry, which one were you going on? The right or the small, the back?
The roots. No, I'm going for the.
Yeah, but the roots are connected to different areas of the body.
Yeah. Let's just go for the small of the back. Why not?
Okay.
So 16 holy damage, and then it is 66. So 30 regular damage.
You successfully sever the small of the back. And that also descends back into the ground. Good job, Al. The zombie now, at the beginning of Verasamoth's turn, reaches its left ankle and reattaches a vine to it. Before, in a horrible, gross display, as soon as it's done reattaching that vine, that horrible low whistle sound continues as the body itself begins to melt into the earth itself, dissolving like liquid. The body of Verasamoth itself, however, begins to attack, and once again, it opens up its mouth to attack the closest individual, which I think is going to be Al. It's going to attack you, Al, and once again, its viney, hand-like root is going to try to do an attack at your head. So go ahead and do +10. Okay. I got a 14, so that's enough to hit your head.
Correct.
What kind of defensive action do you want to take? I want to give you a reminder. If you
No
parry, it'll take an action.
Right. So parry.
No auto parry anymore, right?
You know what? Al's got some moves to burn. He's going to simultaneous attack with sharp.
Okay. So you're going to go for its main body then?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm skilled. Let's go for the head. Let's just put this all these bonuses I get to work. So
Okay. All right.
-6 for the head, right?
Yeah, -6 for the head.
Okay. Natural 20.
Okay, that's
max
good.
damage.
That's good. And max damage, which is 20. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 40 damage. Okay.
40
Well-
holy damage, yeah.
40, yeah. Okay, good, good, good. So, and my attack hits as well.
Right.
I'll do damage first, and then there's going to be a couple effects for both the attack that you did and the attack that I did. All right?
Okay.
So, first things first, let's roll damage. And so, you take... Really, game?
Wow.
6 damage to your head.
To
Wow.
the armor of Ithan.
To the armor of Ithan. Okay, yeah.
Right.
However, the armor of Ithan is kind of like a suit of... suit of armor over your suit of armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's hit your head. So this is the tentacle thing. It has now hit your head, and its vine-like thing is completely over your visor, and it's like grabbed onto your head, and it's kind of blocking your line of sight. Right? It's not doing any additional damage or anything like that, but it's a big viney hand right in your eyesight, right?
Right.
And there is, similar to when you hit the body, this isn't like a grapple thing. It's not doing its defensive thing, but there's a consequence for creating a wound in its head. You may or may not recall that some of the twisted, mutated creatures, they had this horrible, venomous, acid-like bile that it threw up on people. Remember? You gotta get that shirt off, Tom?
I totally remember.
That pours out of the wound and onto your hand. So melee attacks to the head, although it is doing damage, also creates kind of this splash acid damage to you. It's nothing major. It's just 2d6, and I'm sure this will go to the armor of Ithan as well, but just be aware. Oh, there we go. 11 damage to your armor of Ithan. So be aware of that consequence now, too.
Here's an interesting question we've never had to deal with before. Because I remember last time this stuff stayed on you.
Yes.
Does it stay on a magical transparent suit of armor? Or does it slide off? Or how does that work?
It sticks to it.
Okay. So it's just going to do continual damage to it.
Yeah. It's magic, too, so...
And then if the armor goes down, it's still not on me. It's still on the armor, right? Or does it transfer to me? Okay.
No, it doesn't transfer to you. It just goes onto the armor.
All right, cool. Good
All
to
right,
know.
Tom.
Okay. So, we're thinking of trying to move things along and having things end off with a bang. Now, I have an idea for my last 2 actions. Now, if I recall correctly, Al tried to attack the main body, and it kind of went straight through, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Like hitting a rotten log.
So I would like to take an action to put away my vibro swords and take out 2 plasma grenades.
Oh my god, Tom, why?
I would like to then flick off the pins, shove Tom's arms into Verosamoth, and try and withdraw them as much as possible.
Pray to God you can withdraw them, and number 2, the acid is going to splash all over you guys.
Well, that's to the head, actually. It's weird. The torso has a different effect than the head brain. So.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
This is glorious, though. I
So-
don't care.
So, yeah, we're using up your last 2 actions, and, okay, all right, for this gloriousness. Okay, so, as a part of Santa's gift to you, I'm going to not give it its full +8 to grapple with you. I'm just going to give it a +4 because you're just super fast with that, right?
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes.
But you have to roll to hit because
Okay.
I need something to roll against, right?
Just normal strike damage, or strike, half that. Round up or down?
Up.
Up, okay.
Up.
15.
It's
It's got me.
It's got one of your arms.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So the grenades go off?
Roll damage.
Okay. $27.
Well, What's
plasma.
the range? What's the blast radius of that?
12 feet. So I'm sorry, Al, but
Al
Somewhat
and,
aggressive.
No, see, now here's the thing. Well, here's the thing. Al, you only take half
Okay.
because you're in the range, right?
All right.
So you take, we're going to say, rounding up, 14 damage.
Got it.
Tom, since your hand is still in there, you're going to take the full 27 damage. Do you have,
But
armor on or anything?
yes, but it's plasma.
Oh, wait, you're fine with it then.
Mm-hmm.
You're immune to plasma.
Yeah.
You're
That I
fire.
did not know.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
me neither. Well, I knew, but I forgot. It, on the other hand, will take 27 to its main body. So inside, its mouth and the back of its eyes, and the wounds in it that Al put on its main body, kind of glow this bright light for a second before calming down as the grenades detonate inside of it. All right, Lavin. Christmas gift, last action time for you.
There's several reasons that Lavin has decided not to do what he was going to do.
Oh, okay.
I no longer have any clever ideas, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to shoot it with my bow.
Oh.
No, I'm gonna shoot. Did we ever sever the last ankle tentacle? No, I missed. I rolled a goddamn one.
No, right ankle. Yeah, right ankle is still
There.
damaged, but not.
There.
Oh, there you go. Looks like the dice gave you the Christmas miracle as well. Go ahead, roll damage and then double it. Okay.
So 38.
Yeah, that breaks it. Okay. Left ankle is completely severed as well. Ow.
Well, I can't see.
No.
I can't see. So,
No. Well, okay. I don't want to say you're completely blinded. It's like imagine an alien monster on the visor of your helmet. You can kind of see around its stupid little appendages, but you have until you deal something with this, you got like a -8 to your roll. No, that's not. -8 is too extreme. -6 to your roll.
Either way, I'm going to deal with this first. Do I have a penalty of attacking the thing on my visor?
No.
Okay. Then I am going to learn my lesson with these tentacles. At least I'm not going to double attack it. I'm just going to attack with sharp.
Okay.
So -2? No, not -2 because I'm not
Now,
attacking this thing. Mm-hmm.
Isn't it for the rest of the round you're not able to do auto parry now?
No,
sure
it's until my next
just
action.
to your next attack?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I used both hands to do an attack.
Okay.
Plus there'd be no
there'd be no consequence.
Once you did that on the first round, you'd basically double attack for all the rest of your melees.
Yeah,
if that was the way it worked.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, cool. All right, I want to make sure. That's all.
Another critical hit. Holy crap, that's 2 in a row.
Well,
Roll 20 is making up for all of those ones we had.
Yeah, what
Roll
is
20 is an asshole.
No, look at it. Look at everyone's rolls. They're all 1s and 6s and 20s.
Yeah, I know.
It's Christmas
red and
colors,
green.
guys. Christmas
Yeah,
colors.
All right, damage
32.
16. 32
damage, yeah.
To what? The main to the branch,
Tentacle.
right?
The tentacle around my head.
Mouth. Yeah. All right. It's enough to do some damage to it, but not completely, unfortunately. All right, Verosimoth's turn. First thing is first. More garbled speech comes from its mouth, and this time 2 skinless zombies. We're gonna just call them zombies. Come out from the ground. One by where Al is, and one one in the left quadrant and one in the right quadrant. Okay. And that's its action, is summoning those suckers. It's just you and me, Al. Go ahead, Al.
All right. Al's going to again attack the tentacle on his head because he doesn't like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 30 to hit.
Yeah, it's not making a defensive action. Go ahead, roll damage. 17?
17, yeah.
17. Oh, man, that sucks. So close. You hack away more parts. You can feel the muscle and the vein and the sinew give way, but now it's still hanging on to your head by a string.
All right, then I'm going to go ahead and just do my dual attack with it. I don't want this on my face.
Okay.
I am not a fan. So give me a second. This is just with the black light blade. That's a 11 to hit. Whoa! Oh, that didn't add any of my bonuses for some reason. Add 12 to that.
Okay, well, -2 because of the size of it, but yeah, that's still enough. Okay, go ahead, roll damage.
Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out later why that didn't add anything.
14. That's enough to cut it. All right, and you cut the branch away. It descends back into its mouth, and the hand portion that's on your visor lets go and falls to a clump on the ground. At this point, Verosimoth's minions once again connect. Now vines to the right ankle and back to the small of the back. As Verosimoth itself now uses the now stump of a vine from its mouth to simply strike at you, Al, kind of doing blunt damage to you. But this is also still going towards your head, so it's going to be a called shot to the head. So -6. So it just has a +4. That's enough to hit. Now, if you want to try to parry it, you'll have to use your action.
No, Al's not going to use his last action on that.
Yeah, that's not a Christmas action.
Mm-mm.
All right, so now it isn't doing quite as much damage. So now it does, instead of 4d6, it does 3d6. There's 9 SDC, 2. What's your armor Ethan of looking like?
I'm at 19, so now I'm at 10.
Okay, 10. All right. Last action. Oh, I gave Tom an extra action. All right. Your turn, Al. Your last turn of the year.
Like, I don't want to be boring, but I don't really have a lot of options.
You don't have to. I'll just give you like a little crazy bonus or something like that.
Al's just going to. Okay, so let me remember, get this straight. There's a zombie near me. There's this thing with the roots and itself. Correct, Amuno?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
there's a zombie. Yeah, it goes zombie, Verosimoth with roots, zombie.
All right. Oh, what the hell? Al's gonna dual attack the face. He knows this is not gonna. I mean, he knows it's gonna hurt, but he can probably take it, and it might hurt it a lot more. So,
okay,
he's going to do sharp. So these are both called shots to the face, so a -6. Honestly, a creature like this, I don't think focusing on the eye is going to matter too much. I'm just going to go for the face.
Good. Yeah.
So this is sharp. That's a 23 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I've been rolling really well with 19 damage. And then the knife, the black light blade, is a 29 to hit.
Okay, I'm just going to try parry the 23 with its hand. 1d20 plus 10. I put it in a rail. Do you think it'll work? No, it fails. Right. So go ahead and roll damage to its head face.
26. So 19 and 26 to its head face.
That's good. You take 16 more points of acid damage as it burns.
Okay, so 6 of that will transfer over to the body armor itself.
Yeah.
The MDC is just straight conversion to SDC?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Now, the head has several horrible gaping holes in it, and it's starting to look more like mush than a head itself. It's pretty darn wounded. 26 and 19, right?
Correct. And 19 is holy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh shit. 26, 19. I'm sorry, I put this in the wrong column. Not the main body inferno. Okay, all right, we're good. All right. Now Verosimoth's the last turn of the year. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Oh, Oh, by the way, the zombies that reattach to the vines now similarly give that horrible low whistle noise and begin to melt back into the Kraken Earth mound. I think Verosimoth, in its horrible gaping head, is going to make another called shot with its blunt arm towards Al, and it's going to strike your hand that's holding the holy sharp blade. So hitting a hand is a -4.
Not a fan of that blade?
No, it's not. And I got a 20, and you can't parry anymore because you don't have auto parry, right?
No. Well, not because of the duel. Yeah, attack.
Yep.
Yeah, correct. The duel. Yeah. You have no actions left to do a parry now. Okay, so it hits your wrist. So it does. Now, your power armor, for lack of a better word, does have damage to the hand, right? It has hand MDC, right?
Yes, I need to.
Yeah, so that's 16 to the hand MDC.
16 to the hand. Okay, got it.
Yeah, because that's not main body anymore because we're doing called shots to areas.
Right. I will look it up, but I will remember it's 16 to the hand. I got to look at my MDC.
You're not going to remember that.
Yeah, I would like.
I'm doing it now.
After the end of this session, yeah, you look it up right now. There's just one last roll you need to do to see if you drop your black light blade.
Oh,
okay.
Sure. What do you need?
You have you don't have any skill on this, right? But I'm going to give you. I think it's fair to give you a coin flip, a 50-50 shot.
Well, I do have a robotic strength.
Yeah, but it is supernaturally.
Oh, that is true. Sure, a 50-50 shot. Let's go with that.
Okay. So do you want to go low or high?
I choose high because I've been rolling high all night.
Okay, so if it's 51 or higher, it's good for you. 44.
Well,
it's enough to. No, it doesn't. It just your black light leg drops to the ground and.
Thought it was sharp.
No, it was sharp. Yeah,
sharp. Yeah, sorry. Sharp drops to the ground. Okay. No. And so thanks everyone for sticking around for this. We will see you because next week is Christmas Eve and the day after is New Year's Eve. We will not be playing on those Sundays. If we do like a pick-up game during the holiday season, we'll be sure to tweet it out to you all. We might just do another kind of fun little get together. We'll see. But until then, have yourselves a wonderful holiday few weeks coming up, and thanks again to all you guys.
Later.
All right, take care.
Bye. Everyone else say bye. Jeez, come on.
Bye. Love you.
Oh, bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.